Oh yeah. Let's ask this since
Yeah.
Carlos, Dan, and I are single. All right. What are some dating advices you would give if they wanted to pursue someone?
You gotta have that 100% Riz.
That's such a
Bro, they call him the Rizzler.
You gotta lock in.
But
the
that's
Rizzly
the
bear.
thing is that he didn't like approach me. I approached him.
No, you didn't. Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of all ages, welcome back to another beautiful episode of Hijinks. It's been a minute, but my name is Brandon, and as always, I got these two beautiful, amazing, charismatic hermanos over there.
My name is Carlos.
My name is Daniel.
And today, right?
Yeah.
You want to say it together?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
We have
actually
two
two
guests
today.
Welcome.
Would you guys like to introduce yourself?
Yeah. My name is Cesar.
And my name is Michelle.
They are my
Hi.
friends.
Huh?
Oh, they are our friends.
My friends.
They're my friends.
From school. Rose a lonely third grader.
Me too, I think. Anyways, this is our
shit.
second side jinx?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is Brandon's first side jinx.
This is our second.
This is our second.
So
Bro, you make me sound like a side piece right now. Damn.
No.
No.
I know,
side-
but the
that's
way
name of
the way you said, I was like, oh, I'm a side piece.
Aside from your name,
yeah, maybe like tell us something about yourself. So like
it's a little anecdote
yeah.
you'd want to share with the class.
You know, it's like it says bio. I just like
Bio?
Yeah. What's
that's
your bio?
Let's see.
Just move.
Yeah, keep the microphone here.
21. 21.
He's like,
Carlos.
I've been 21 all my life.
I've been 21 all my life. Exactly.
Michelle.
Nice.
I'm 22.
Controversy.
Controversy.
Feeling 22.
By
I'm
the
also
asshole.
a Swiftie and Caesar's girlfriend. As
Yeah.
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 Oh
I
yeah.
forgot to
We're,
mention that, yeah.
You forgot about that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're actually a couple. We're dating.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Jesus
You gotta
Christ.
get sound effects.
Yeah, no, he is
We-
the sound
yeah,
effects.
he is.
Yeah, we have a
He is.
soundboard actually on Discord, but
You gotta get that
Yeah.
button like iCarly and just.
oh my god,
Carly,
yeah.
but
Yeah, what's that thing called?
It's a soundboard.
Yeah.
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 No, but the pad thing?
Oh, I don't know what
It's
that.
just a sound pad.
yeah.
It's the same
Sound
thing.
pad. You have.
No, it's a
technically,
launch pad.
but it looks like it.
technically.
It looks like it.
Different pattern.
Difference.
bad.
So how are you guys
Yeah.
today?
How are you guys doing?
Doing all right. We woke up like 2 hours ago.
Yeah.
Damn, early.
Really?
Actually, we did wake up.
Yeah, we
early
woke up
too.
at the same
Yeah.
time.
Well, I couldn't sleep all night.
What do you mean? You were snoring away. Oh.
I woke
Like
up
that.
like 4 times, bro. That's crazy.
No, it's
Closer to the mic.
yeah. I woke up. I'm sorry. I woke
Yeah.
up at like 2 a.m. and I just couldn't really fall back asleep until like
Yeah.
probably like 4.
Since Alex got home, he went
Yeah.
to work.
Mhm.
Then he got like PTO or whatever.
He
Oh, yeah.
came. He
So
went
he
for like
just-
2 hours,
Yeah,
and then he
just
came back home.
Wait, you
Damn,
missed
what
me?
the hell?
How?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Jeff Bezos benefits.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah.
He
Um,
personally sent him a message like, "I need you to
Exactly.
work 2 hours, dude."
Yeah,
Thank
exactly.
Thank you for your service.
Jesus.
He literally just showed up, stood there, came back.
Yeah.
That's pretty much
Yeah,
it, I think,
no,
actually.
seriously. Like
he
caught up with
goes
his
in
buddies.
at 1 o'clock and he came back at like
Mhm.
2:30.
Yeah.
Damn.
Because I woke up and I looked at the clock. It was like 2:25. And I'm like, bro.
Yeah.
That might be about
Oh.
the same time we fell asleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We pretty much had the same sleep schedule then. If we woke
Oh,
up
wow.
at the same
Yeah.
time.
Basically.
Yeah.
Mm.
Damn, that must be nice.
Damn.
Well, why? What does it make you mad?
Dude, I went to bed at 5, dog.
What the
Damn.
hell?
He always does
He's-
that.
Brad is
Why?
notorious for
Dude,
Having
that's the
3
life
hours
of
of
working
sleep.
behind a bar.
yeah.
Mhm. Oh, you're a bartender?
Bartender?
Yeah.
Nice.
It's literally last night. Probably left around 1:30, and then so recently, my sister had her wedding, and we drank so much, and I told myself I would take a whole like 5 months cleanse, but nope. Last night they were like, "Yo, we haven't seen you in forever," because I was on vacation. They're like, "Let's go get a drink." I was like, "All right, fine." Nope. Oh, my cleanse has been ruined. I was a whole week straight of non-alcohol.
You have to have
Oh,
that
yeah.
sign. You have to have that sign. It's like 0 days since drinking.
So since
They got the app for that
since
now.
his sister got married,
Congrats, by
went-
the way.
yeah, Brandon,
Yeah,
congratulations to your
Congrats
sister.
to your sister.
he went 3 days straight drinking.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah,
It'd be like that
three and a half.
sometimes.
I literally woke up, wanted to throw up, but yet I was not hungover, and I'm like, I really don't want to
That's
drink.
Yeah, I know that feeling.
Actually,
Good
Carlos,
times.
you have a
Mhm.
question that leads into that, right?
Yeah, but you know,
Okay.
just keep.
All right.
I don't know, dude.
I was
Let's
gonna
just-
say like let's. It's
Or
a
do you wanna
good
get-
segue. You
Okay.
can do that.
So as every side jinx that we have, we are gonna have questions that are for the guests. We always randomize it, but we like to have like one or two questions that kind of
Mm-hmm.
fit.
Yeah, like
Like-
they always appear in every
Yeah.
every
Mhm.
questions. Brandon, if you we have some. I know we didn't tell you to prepare, but if off the cuff you think of something, like blur it out. You know what I mean?
I'll
Actually,
actually.
pop up in my mind. It'll pop up. We'll
Yeah.
see what happens.
Mhm.
Brandon's very what is that? When you
Insightful.
no, no.
I was about to say, yeah.
Insightful.
We finally remember the word.
It is. That's what it is. I put an episode idea as insightful hijinks just for you.
Fun facts. Tips.
Okay.
Because I still we don't even know the true definition of that word. We just use the hell out of it.
We'll figure out when we record that episode.
So funny enough, since we were talking about being drunk,
Yeah.
first question, literally, have you guys ever gotten blackout drunk? If so, do you guys have a crazy story, or do you regret it?
Well,
Yeah, Caesar.
I know Caesar. Caesar has many stories.
I have many.
Brandon doesn't even
So-
know
That's how
Caesar person.
I love how we just pointed
Yeah.
out Caesar.
I have a lot.
Yeah, Caesar has many stories, and I'm sure I'll tell mine first so that you
Yeah,
can
go
have
ahead.
time to think over which one you want to share.
I can share all three like quickly.
All
Like,
three of them.
So
Simultaneously.
Yeah.
You-
yes,
some-
exactly.
yeah.
yeah, that's fine.
Okay, go
Go
ahead.
ahead. No, you go ahead.
No, okay.
Yeah.
No, you, Carlos.
I put it down.
Well, I never really drank until recently
Mhm.
because I was never like that rebellious like girl that wanted to. Like, I was really scared of my parents. I was raised like strictly Catholic, so I was like really scared of them. So I
Went to
never
that
did anything.
CCD.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out
So
St.
I
Louis.
never, so I never like tried to like go out and like do something like sneak out or stuff. So,
Mhm.
so it wasn't until like recently, like my 21st, where like I started to indulge in like alcohol. I don't think I've ever gotten blackout drunk, but actually like this year for my birthday, like a month ago.
Yeah. Yeah. I think.
So we after my dinner we went out clubbing, and I got super like wasted. Like this is the first time I've ever like thrown up while like drunk, because usually like I could be able to get like a little
Control it?
drunk and stuff, and
Yeah.
and like I'm fine like the next day, but like this time like I was down bad. Like we got home and we stayed over at my sister's apartment still, and Caesar laid down on the air mattress that they put out for us, and he was drunk too.
Yep.
And then I laid down next to him, and at some point I started feeling really, really nauseous, and I was like, "Oh, my
that's
God."
when
And
it
then-
kicks in.
Yeah, and then you know how like when you like feel like you're gonna throw up, and then like your mouth just like tastes salty, like it just, and that's how you know like
She's like,
you're done.
Nah.
No, I did. I
Yeah,
was like,
she
sorry.
was.
I was
Get me a
like-
bucket.
She
No,
did not
I
have a
did.
bucket,
I was like,
unfortunately.
sorry, like, honey, like, I'm gonna throw up, and then
throw
and
up
then-
that way.
You're like, babe.
Yeah.
and then he's like, is trying to like just like
I was
console me
sleeping.
like
yeah,
that.
you're like half
yeah,
awake.
and
I
he
was
was
just going like that.
you know, just rubbing my back, and then I just like turned to the side of the air mattress, and I just threw up.
It was
And then
disgusting.
I didn't know this because I thought Caesar was the one that was like behind me consoling me the whole time. I guess it was actually my sister.
Yeah.
But Caesar then, like, as soon as he smelled my throw up, he got up and
Yeah.
went to the bathroom and
Couldn't take
threw
it.
up himself too.
So it wasn't even the alcohol that made him throw.
No, it was
It's just
her.
the smell.
I would have been fine if she didn't throw up, to be honest.
Yeah, and then like that was it. And after that, like I was just like apologizing to my sister, I guess, and like
Yeah, because
it was just down bad. And then like the next morning, I was just nauseous, but I didn't throw up again, and it was just like
Yeah.
awful.
Damn.
And Caesar was like really, really bad like the next day, which was my actual birthday. I
Mhm.
celebrated
Oh,
the day
damn.
before.
You woke up
Yeah.
like just
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
and
pretty
no,
bad.
he didn't wake up. Like, well, he woke up in the morning. He got up like just casually, went to the bathroom and threw up, and then he came back and
Yeah,
just
I'm
fell
good.
back asleep. And then, like after that, like he was like sweating. Like bro was like fully
Drenched.
wet.
Yeah,
like,
that's
if it's
how.
wet.
Pause.
Yeah.
And
But
he
yeah.
was like, I thought like he like was dying or something. 'cause,
I was
like,
fine.
he-
It's like the normal, typical thing of being
And then
drunk.
like he woke up around like 3 p.m. and was like, "Okay, let's go to dinner for your
Yeah,
birthday."
good times.
And we actually went to K-pop
We went to
my
K-pop.
birthday with
Oh,
my
really?
grandma and my family. And
Really
I don't know.
foodie.
And I took like mad Pepto Bismol because I was like, bro, like I have to be able to like keep down this food.
Yeah.
And like, yeah,
Yeah.
that was my story. So I don't. That's like the only time I actually really like got really bad.
Do you
drunk.
regret it?
Do I
Yes.
regret it? At the moment, I felt like, yeah, like I think I was saying like I'm never drinking again, but like I would do it again. You know what I mean?
You
The
just have
next
to-
night, like drinks on me.
You just have to like know the limit as to what you're like.
exactly.
You know what? I
Because you
Mhm.
it's not that you'd never know, but you will find out if you fuck around.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Sometimes you just
Yeah.
have to be in the moment and be in the vibe and say
Yeah,
screw
yeah.
the limit.
Exactly.
I thought you were gonna start the story off that the air mattress was there and Caesar missed it.
No.
He did not. He just flopped right into the
Okay.
bed. Like just,
I did actually. I'm surprised it didn't like slide
Pop?
or
Yeah.
pop.
Yeah.
you know?
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
No, it was fine. And then
I was really
we just had to
comfortable
scrub the
actually.
air
so
mattress a little bit on the side after because the next day because it was like
Yeah, it was
throw up.
pretty mad.
Trick- Trigger
Shout out my
warning.
sister though and my brother-in-law because like they were actually like pretty calm and
Oh, yeah,
like
they were sober.
and
they
oh
weren't-
yeah
they
they were
weren't mad
sober
either,
and
so
they,
that
yeah
was
like
good.
they weren't mad or anything.
You said that
like-
was their new place, right?
yeah, and
Yeah.
that was their new place. They just moved into their new place.
Yo, bringing that up,
So-
low key, when you guys were like over, like nothing was there. It was just like nothing in the living room, and I kept looking at it, and I was about to ask Dan, "Is this their new apartment?"
Yeah, so they
Yeah.
just moved into this apartment
just
about
moved
like
in.
in December.
Yeah. something.
Yeah, so
So yeah,
my
there's nothing there.
my brother-in-law is actually from Missouri.
Mm,
So
yeah.
and they've been in a long distance relationship for
Missouri.
about like 4 years. They were college
Damn.
sweethearts. Yeah, so now he finally moved over here. So yeah, so that's why there was nothing. But an update,
Yeah.
they just got a couch.
Yes.
Damn!
So-
Shout out!
So-
they got a couch.
They got a couch,
We had, yeah,
There's
they
the
got a-
cameras right there for you.
Yeah,
guys.
well, yeah, shout out,
You guys are
yeah.
gonna point at this
They got a
camera.
couch. So yeah.
They got a
But-
casting couch now. So, we haven't seen it yet.
All right, what's
so.
your story, Caesar?
All three
I
of
guess I would like go like by what she said. So since we were like setting up everything for the party, we didn't eat.
Oh yeah,
So-
that too.
Our first meal was with everyone else.
Mhm.
We were,
Yeah.
we were cooking, we were setting everything up, and we just ate that. And I didn't eat much because one, I was drinking already, right?
Yeah.
Because
You
I was kind of
almost
yeah, I was kind of full from the drinking, and I didn't want to eat too much because I wanted to make sure there's like enough for everybody else.
Yeah.
I
So
felt that.
didn't eat much. I ate like one plate. I usually eat like two
Yeah.
or three, but yeah. Then I started drinking. I think it was like margaritas or something. Had like a few beers, and then the buzz ball came out. The biggie ball.
Oh yeah, yeah.
The
We-
biggie ball.
We had a
Yeah,
couple
that's
of
right.
The biggie ball came out. Then we were drinking that. I was taking like shots of it, but
Mhm.
then after some point, it just started tasting like fruit punch. And
Oh my god,
You
dude!
know?
I can't. The first sip I took for the small cranberry one.
yeah, the cranberry one.
that
I
was
think.
really strong. Like
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're pretty strong.
I don't know why. Even though the lime was strong, but it wasn't
Mhm.
as hard as like
yeah,
the cranberry one. But
So
They do be
yeah,
buzzing.
I started drinking that, and then by the time the club came, I was kind of already a little tipsy.
You just
we
see
went
like
to
those kind of lights, like whoa. You're like out of focus, like what's
Yeah.
going on?
And
Yeah.
I know Caesar's drunk when he starts getting like really like sweet with me and like handsy. Like he'll start like like just like hugging me and like grabbing me and being like I love you and like just like kissing me. Like and that's how I know like okay, this man is like he's getting there.
It's like with George Lopez when he made a joke about being like drunk, and he's like, babe. And he's like, I fucking love you.
No, yeah, so that's how I know
Sad
he gets
drunk.
drunk. So I was like, damn. And at the club too, he was getting like real handsy. And I was like, dude, like you gotta like we're in public, you know? But then at some point I was drunk too and I was just like I
Yeah,
totally
we
forgot.
got to
about
the club, and then we had like, dude, the thing that pisses me off about clubs is the drinks, how expensive they are. We spent $30 on 2
Yeah.
drinks, and that was like, bro,
Which
Come on.
what drinks were they?
they were we got
We
mojitos.
got mojitos.
Oh,
So they're like
Mhm.
fucking like $13 each.
But they were
Jesus
good
Christ.
mojitos.
They were good, but yeah, they were really strong. So, we had like 3 of them, and then like after the third one, I was like fucked up completely. But then, we ended up leaving, and then outside there's these like drunk college kids.
Yeah.
They're taking shots of Henny, right?
Brandon's
And
like,
my
they're
people.
anything is possible. But
Exactly.
You know how they say penny for your thoughts? Brandon's like penny for or henny for your thoughts.
For your thoughts.
For real.
yeah, and then
That's the key to life.
then this one guy, he just started yelling. He started yelling chicken burger, and he was on Snapchat.
Chicken burger.
He started yelling chicken burger, and then he like runs up to like the four of us, and he says chicken burger. So I look at him and I say chicken burger, and we just start yelling at each other. Start yelling,
And this
chicken
guy's like
burger.
on Snapchat, like recording this
Yeah.
interaction
Yeah,
with
the whole
Cesar,
thing.
and it's like they're at some point they're kind of like this, and they're just saying chicken burger together.
See, low key, if I did that in person, I would be scared. Because if I know the person's drunk, and he'd be like, if he brings up some shit that you guys can be like, no, what do you mean? And then you just like come across an altercation like that.
miscommunication 'cause
Ah,
they're
Yeah,
okay.
drunk.
because you're drunk.
He called
That's
you
why-
the chicken burger, bro. You got to start fighting.
It's like you say burger chicken. He's like, hold on, bro.
No, it's chicken burger.
Yeah. But yeah, we got the Uber. We went back to her place, her sister's place, and yeah, she threw up. And as soon as I smelled it, couldn't take it, so I threw up too. And then I went to bed. I tried to take a Tylenol for my headache, but as soon as I took the Tylenol, like literally 5 minutes later, I couldn't take it anymore, so I just threw up again. So
Damn, the Tylenol was for nothing.
yeah, for nothing.
Jesus.
So that was a fun time.
So you regret it then?
Yeah, because I threw up.
If I had it,
If I hadn't thrown up, it would have been a good time.
Tell
To
them
be
about your
honest.
21st. That's actually my favorite drunk story of yours.
So yeah.
oh yeah.
Well, it wasn't at the time, but
Yeah.
now it is.
So I did have I think I did black out, to be honest, on my birthday, because I just kind of forgot everything. When like I sobered up, I was like, what the hell? Like it's
like
it's
Memento.
dark now. Yeah, it's like dark now, and then, like I'm sober, and I'm like, bro, what happened? You know?
Turn the lights off.
It's like when
Turn
the
the
little
lights
kid gains consciousness.
Yeah.
Where am I?
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I got like super drunk because I wasn't eating either. I was just drinking. 'cause,
Oh
you know.
yeah, no,
Yeah,
I remember that.
Because I had to force him to eat.
Yeah.
Oh, that
Because
one.
when I
Oh.
got there, he was
Yeah.
already like, Carlos here. He just opened
Yeah,
up a
he
Heineken
just off
for
the
me.
hand offered you a drink,
Yeah.
and you guys took it like
I
you
don't
guys were like,
remember that.
okay.
No, look. When
Yeah.
we told that story when Alex was here, but
Yeah.
if you don't know, Alex told me if I wanted some juice, right?
Yeah.
And he said like, this one's the watermelon one, and then this one's the
Pineapple.
pineapple. I
Mhm.
said, fuck it, I'll get the pineapple. And when Cesar handed me the Heineken, I was drinking that, and I was like going back and forth with both drinks, not me realizing that it had alcohol in it.
Both of them.
Yeah, the pineapple one.
Pineapple.
And Alex is like everything has alcohol. But I'm like,
didn't
dude,
say-
it doesn't taste like
He
it.
didn't tell you about the sexy juice. Oh,
Sexy
man.
juice.
I think he said you have to realize by now anything I give you has alcohol.
Yeah, some sort of
Yeah.
alcohol in it.
Yeah, I got really drunk. Apparently, I got yelled at by my mom, like in the house. I don't
Yeah,
remember.
Damn.
he did. It was
Allegedly.
no. So we went up to get the cake, and I don't know why he thought to follow like his mom and I, because his mom came up to me and was like, "Hey, like, do you want to do the cake now?" And I was like, "Yeah, like definitely," because like he's like already
Yeah,
gone.
he's gone.
And so I was like, "Yeah, like let's go." And she was like, "Okay, like just come with me to get the cake." So I was like, "Cool," like And Cesar for some reason followed us, and I was like, "Okay," and I was like, "You know what? Like better that he follows us than like
Yeah.
he's
He's not
still
out.
drinking." Yeah.
You can keep
And
watch
then,
on him.
yeah. And then so my
Unleash.
mother-in-law, like she gets the cakes out of the freezer and she's holding them, and then like I asked her, I'm like, "Oh, like do you have like birthday candles, because I forgot to get some?" And she was like, "Yeah, like I do." And so she hands me them, and then as soon as she hands me them, Cesar takes them out of my hand and just goes to the packet, like on the floor.
Jesus.
And mind you, I had already
Allegedly.
was like annoyed with Cesar, because like I told him from the beginning, I was like, don't get too drunk, because like it's your birth. Like
How
I
you
want
gonna
you to
tell
enjoy
me
your birthday, but like also this is the first time that my family is coming to a family event, that my mom is coming to a family event.
She was
So I was like, like you want to keep your composure, but also we're gonna go like clubbing tonight, like
Yeah.
after. So you want to
Save that for
stay
later.
chill. Yeah,
I sobered
but
up.
he didn't.
Allegedly.
So I was like, and then he wasn't eating, and he was just drinking, and I was like, bro. And then bro was saying the wildest things ever, and I was like, dude, like, okay, like relax.
I
And
was getting
then
political.
so yeah, so when that happened with the candles, I was about to lose it, but then thank God his mom was there, because she was also getting annoyed with him, and then she lost it for me, and she just like was just like, you need to like stop. And she said it in Spanish. She was like, tienes que like parar de estar así porque ahorita te voy a dar. And she was like, I'm gonna hit you, like te voy a dar ahorita.
¿Quieres
And I
cagar
was
el
like,
cinturón?
yeah. And I was like, thank God, because like I really would have lost it, but she did for me, and I didn't have to be the bad guy that day.
So how
You
does
know?
Cesar
I was the bad
react?
guy. She took my alcohol away from me. But anyways,
She took my sippy
But
juice.
yeah,
my
Sippy
juice,
cup.
my sippy cup. But yeah, I don't remember everything from like, I want to say I started drinking like,
He said like 12 or 11.
yeah, like
Yeah.
like at
like
12.
since setting up.
Since setting up. Yeah, I had to get the pregame. So from when I was setting up from like
the pregame. What do you?
exactly.
Yeah.
And then I was setting stuff up and I was drinking at the same time. And then once like 6 o'clock hit,
Mhm.
like I was fucked up completely. But then it was like 9 and then I was fine. Like
Mhm.
actually I was fine. And
Oh, I see what you're saying about the light. It was like daylight
Yeah,
outside,
exactly.
and you just were like, you gained consciousness back.
yeah,
You're
exactly.
Like,
When I
what the
was
fuck?
I was like,
Mhm.
We were there
Turn the
until
lights
the end, right?
Yeah, we come
Yeah.
clean up. We put the chairs inside. All the
Yeah.
Yeah, you
tables and
did. Yeah,
shit.
just put the stuff in.
yeah. So I remember that. And then we went to the club. It was kind of ass.
Mm.
Well, he was like sober by then,
Yeah.
so
That's probably why you're like, I'm rethinking my life choices right now.
No, it was just like, well, the one club we went was this club named, I think it was Rumage
Mm-hmm.
in
Uh-huh.
downtown. It's on Crown Street. And
Oh, I know what you're like. Yeah.
it's like
Mhm.
right in front of the Metro
Mhm.
Noodle
Mhm.
place. Yeah. So it was like really, really hot for some reason. Like it's like a sauna almost.
like they had like a fan in front of like the doorway or something
Yeah,
like
they
that.
no, they had a huge like fan, like an industrial
Yeah.
fan,
Mm-hmm.
and that shit was not helping. And everybody, they didn't help that everybody was crowding
Standing,
it
like, right in
they
front
were
of it
hot
to
as
get-
hell too.
yeah.
So
More
it
people.
was pretty bad. But yeah, we got to the club. It was the thing that also pisses me off about clubs is that you got to pay to get in.
Wait, you do?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think I
Yeah.
paid like
It's like, bro,
A
it's my
cover charge.
birthday.
I had to pay $15. No, I think Michelle paid for me that time.
I did pay for you
I
that
paid for
time.
myself once.
And then you
What?
got to pay for drinks. No.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And yeah, we paid. I think she paid $10 because she's a girl, and I paid $15
Damn.
'Cause
Oh
I'm
my
not a
goodness.
because I'm not a girl.
No, gender equality.
Mm.
Exactly. The pay gap. Okay. Anyways, yeah. So we got there and I was like, I don't know what to do here. Like it was mad bright.
Yeah.
It was so hot, and the floor was mad slippery. Right. So it was kind of annoying.
Basketball court, bro.
It was pretty much, and we just kind of sat down in the corner. There was like a couch, so we just sat down.
Like before you left, you were like, "Yo, let's go to the club. You guys going?" He's like, "No, we're gonna go home." You pretty much did the same thing we did when we got home. We sat on the
I just
couch.
went home, to be honest.
Except we
Yeah,
got
I
in for
hadn't
free.
been clubbing before that, so I wanted to just experience it.
Yeah.
But it's like it's not nothing special.
We got to experience it again.
Yeah, I think you just have to go with the like
Maybe a
large
better
group of
club.
people. Yeah, and that too. And like, I think the thing is that we like Spanish music a lot too, and there aren't a lot of clubs around here that play
Yeah.
Spanish music. Like only Pacifico, and we just went.
But
The one we went to my birthday.
Yeah, the thing is, Pacifico's
Yeah.
packed all the time.
Yes, and they play like, aside from like Spanish music, like old R&B. So
Mhm.
like, there's a lot of like millennials there, and like nothing against them, but it's like.
Yeah, it's,
Like get a mortgage, like start a family, like
Yeah.
what are you doing there?
yeah, they
but
gotta-
I
Can we
mean-
talk about the economic state?
Like
yeah, this
so,
one
yeah.
old. Well, I don't think she was old, but she looked like she was in like her 30s or something.
Mhm.
She tried to dance with me. I was like, I'm good, please.
that's what I mean, you know,
Don't do
like
this.
like
While Michelle went to to get a drink
Yeah.
with her sister, she was like, "You want to dance?" And I'm like, "No, I'm good." And she just like kind of made a face and walked away.
that's what I mean.
But
So,
yeah.
Have you guys been to Guillermo's?
No,
Where's
where
that?
is that?
Did we walk past it?
We passed it. I'm just trying to remember where exactly.
Oh, it was near. You took a picture of that bar. I was like, oh, and then I was like, it smells like steaks. You're like, yo, yeah, it's over here.
Oh yeah. So it's near trying to fucking remember the street. I can't remember the street, but it's I think it's around the corner where Insomnia Cookies is.
I think so. Yeah.
Are you talking about Jeronimo's?
Is that what it's called? I thought it was called Guillermo's.
Let's call Jesus over there.
Is it that one?
Yeah, it's like they have like this brown black sign like on it.
And it's red.
Wait,
I think it's called Guillermo's. I
Is it
think.
There's
Guillermo?
two competing Mexican guys.
I
across
think
the
Alex
street.
has been there.
Mexican standoffs.
I think so.
The Guillermo.
But yeah, that's another place where people go to.
We might
Oh,
be
yeah.
talking about a different place.
We
I
might
don't know.
be.
I was gonna ask, does Brandon have a
Yeah, do you have a crazy one,
crazy
Brandon?
story?
You can tell like what happened.
Oh yeah, the wedding. You can if you
Oh,
want.
I wasn't even blacked out at the wedding. I can handle my liquor, but I think the one time where I actually truly blacked out was for my 22nd birthday. Like when my
Always
second year
22.
of living here in Florida.
Oh yeah.
okay.
Yeah, it was. We were like, everybody, all my cousins in Orlando was like, just come hang out with us since you don't have work right on the weekend. I was like, all right, bet. And this is when I actually fully experienced the club life, which I would never really do unless there's like a hookah lounge where you could just sit down and relax and chill and vibe with the music.
Exactly. The couches.
But it was just like one club after another, and like I hardly had to buy my drinks, and everybody was buying drinks for me. And
That's nice.
I'm strictly of a dark liquor person, but I was mixing that whole night, and then literally that's when I knew shit was gonna hit the fan. And then our very last stop was a hookah lounge, and because my friend basically knows all the people that owns all the hookah lounges in Orlando, so we got in easily. They got me a whole handle of Henny, and then some dude tried to give me shrooms,
Oh,
and I'm like, no,
nice to
thank
meet
you. I don't
for
do
free
that.
or like
Yeah, for
He's
free.
asking
He's like,
for
yo, you
free.
want to do some shrooms with me? I'm like, what the
for
fuck?
Free.
he's like
But
Mario mushrooms.
I don't realize how much I drank that night. I got to my
Like
cousin's
Mario?
house, laid on the couch, and that's when everything hit. Like my mouth started feeling that feeling. I was like, nah, shit, I'm about to throw
I
up. So
felt
I
my
ran to the
Worst. It's the
bathroom.
worst.
And the thing is, when I ran to the bathroom, everything was mad dizzy. So I didn't even reach the toilet. Once I went through
Oh,
the door, I
man.
started throwing up all over the bathroom
Damn.
floor.
Damn.
I got like a
I
third of it
didn't
into the toilet.
Third of it.
And I told
That's tough.
myself never to drink like that ever again, never mix.
So you
Have you?
regret it then?
I don't regret it because I had a
Oh,
great
God.
time, bro.
There you go.
I think
Up
we shouldn't
until
even
you
put
get
that.
like dizzy and shit. Yeah.
We regret it.
At the
I mean,
moment.
some people would.
Dude, the only time I've ever gotten blackout drunk was when I drank a whole Bacardi bottle by myself.
Bacardi.
Yeah.
Wow.
Why?
Why?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What were we-
Why?
No, it was a. I really don't know. I think.
Oh, wait, I remember that. Wait,
We-
that was
we were on Discord,
Yeah.
right?
So
I don't
we
remember
were
why.
playing video games, and we were all like, "No, let's have a drinking
Oh my
night,
God.
right? Let's."
Okay.
Drunk
okay,
gaming.
Continue.
So I was already
we did
putting.
Valorant Among Us at the one point where I Overwatch for no reason.
Lucas.
I was
So
probably at work then.
no, you were there.
Oh,
I think you came late though.
yeah. I didn't have any.
Yeah, you
drinks. I'd be
got
like, I
out
got
of
water
work.
in the fridge.
So I just started pouring Bacardi, and then I forgot what juice it was, but it was some
So it
sort
was
of
with juice.
yeah.
Mm.
And I just started
Bacardi.
drinking it, and I'm like, I'm more thirsty. So not
That'll
me
do it.
thinking, I just started pouring Bacardi and putting the cranberry. It was cranberry juice, cranberry juice together. Kept drinking,
Yeah.
and I kept doing it, and then I just fucking blacked out at some point. And don't remember anything else.
Oh,
And
wow.
apparently they kept saying that I was saying I need to go to the bathroom, and I
You
left. And the
did.
camera
And
was
then
on.
when
I think.
when you
Yeah.
did go to the
Yeah.
bathroom, you disappeared for a good 45 minutes.
Yeah,
Oh
and
my
I think I
God.
slept in the bathroom, and then I remember coming back in, and then that's it. And then they were just saying like, yeah, you said you left again to go to the bathroom. I think you said I was here for like 5 minutes
yeah.
or something, and then I needed to go back to the bathroom and just never came back.
Another 45
Damn.
And then I woke up at like 4 or 5 a.m.
on the bathroom.
No, in my bed.
Oh,
In the bed?
Like-
And you were
in
like,
the bathroom.
So my headset was still on. It was wireless. My
Yeah.
bed was here, so I was laying there, and all I see is the
Oh.
bottle empty. My cup was flipped like this, and it was wet over there in this area. And I'm like, what
Who
did I
broke in?
do? And I was
Oh,
like,
man.
hello, and I realized no one was in the
Yeah,
call.
I think I kicked him out.
Yeah. And I was like, what the fuck? And I got scared. I'm like, what if I said something?
Yeah.
What
yeah.
if
I
like
think the next time you asked, you're like, did I say anything stupid? I was like, I think
You
I got
kicked
there a
him out
little
at his
later. I
lowest
don't know.
moment, bro. That's what's
Nah,
up.
yeah.
He said some real incriminating stuff that night.
Yeah.
I don't think I've had.
I don't think
I've
so.
had a run-in with no, not
The
like
police.
that. I've had a run-in with
whoa.
the ops.
no, the Twisted Teas, but not
Oh,
like
they're
blackout,
nice.
right?
Twisted Teas?
Yeah, those are ass.
I don't like
I
them.
don't like
They
them
are
either,
ass.
but I was like going, and
either,
then I was
but-
like, oh fuck, I feel it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we just kept like we were drinking
At
like
that point, yeah, you get a 6-pack and you
Yeah.
gotta finish it because you know.
Well,
even
no,
though
it was
they're
a
ass.
12-pack, right?
I
66.
don't remember.
Yeah, even though they're ass, what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
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 But we tried them, and then
Yeah.
I was like,
I
I didn't
don't
get
was like,
blacked
I
out
don't
drunk,
like
but I
this.
was like,
This tastes weird.
I'm
Yeah,
talking to
drop it
my
off.
brother as if I was talking to him like this, like bro.
That dad post.
Yeah. So
It's like the kid away.
yeah. I miss
Uh,
you.
yeah, those.
That was the last. That's the only.
Yeah,
time,
that's
really.
the only time. And I was like, dude, why the fuck did it hit so hard? Like, I feel like it shouldn't have hit that hard
No,
for like Twisted Teas.
I think we were just
Yeah.
going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shuffle, Brent. You got a question you came
Yeah.
up with? Ask.
Oh yeah. Let's ask this since
Yeah.
Carlos, Dan, and I are single. All right.
So,
What are
Yeah.
some dating advices you would give if they wanted to pursue someone with someone?
you gotta have that 100% Riz.
That's such a fucking
Bro, they
lie.
call him the Rizzler.
You gotta lock in.
The
But
Riz
that's
they
the
bear.
thing is that he didn't like approach me. I approached him.
No, you didn't. Okay.
Okay, no.
Oh,
Origin
here's the
story.
story.
Origin
Here's
story.
This
Me.
is the story.
Her,
No. The story is though that I shot my shot first. That's the whole point of the story.
You guys want to tell that story? You can
Yeah,
tell
we
like
tell.
Yeah.
let me say
Cliff
because
notes.
you got it wrong.
You're
So-
listening to two different versions.
So
version 1.
version 1,
It's
the real
me.
story.
Yeah.
Alex had gone to get pizza, as he does. So he went to go get York side,
Mm-hmm.
and he needed some help because he went to go get like groceries and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So he told me to come downstairs to help him. So I went downstairs. I didn't have my phone because I just forgot
like a
it,
dweeb.
Mhm.
and I didn't have anything on me but my keys because I thought I was just gonna help him real quick.
Yeah.
So I was helping him and I was talking to him at the same time. But then we see a Dodge Challenger, right?
Yeah.
Fucking tinted windows, drive by mad slowly. Somebody rolls the window down.
And
then
just like
I was like, God damn it, bro. I'm a goner. But no, it was just Michelle. She yelled out. I think she said, "You're kind of cute" or something, right? And then-
Something like
Was there
that,
someone
yeah.
else in the car?
Yeah.
Yes. So
Okay.
I had gone
Your
out
POV.
with. Oh yeah, I had gone out with my friends.
there's more though.
Yeah.
I had gone out with two friends, and one of them, like, she has a baby. So, and the mom lives at the same apartment as Cesar does, and she was alright. So she wasn't drinking, but she dropped off like her kid at her mom's house, you know,
Mhm.
so that she can take care of him while we were out. And so then we went to pick him back up at the end of the night. And mind you, me and my other friend, I was in the passenger seat. My other friend was in the back, and then the mom was like completely sober, and she was like
Driving.
yeah, she was driving. So I just lost my train of thought. Sorry. So so like I'm a little like tipsy by then because like it's when I first like started to kind of like, I don't know, indulge a little bit in drinking. And I would only drink Seagrams and it would only be like half one, and then I would start like feeling it. So I knew that was like my limit. And my other friend, like, you know, she was drinking too, and we went to pick up the kid, and when we were leaving, we went through Cesar's side, and I was like feeling it, and he was out there, and
Off one Seagram.
what?
That dollar drink you can get.
Wait, hold on. So let's Caesar finish because we're
Okay.
both
We've
at this
reached
point.
the point.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So-
So she drives around or whatever. Her friend friend drives around.
Well, after I yelled like whatever I yelled to
she
you.
drives around.
Yeah, we
right?
left.
Like,
We
hey.
drove.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like cuando vas por el pan kind of
Yeah.
shit, you know.
Yeah, then she drives out right out of the driveway, and then apparently her friends convince her like to go back
Mhm.
because like you gotta like do something about that or whatever.
Mhm.
I yelled thanks and that's all I did because I was like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? Like that's so weird. It's so random.
It was.
So they drove back again, and I'm like, bro, I'm a goner. I'm a goner.
They're coming back for seconds.
And then Michelle's friend was like, hey, my friend thinks you're kind of cute, and I walk up to the window.
Okay, hold on. Let's stop right here
and
so I
it's
can
just
get.
it's just Michelle.
Wait, no. He
He's
has to
like-
finish his story.
He's literally like this, like that.
Wait,
And-
no. Because when we drove off after, right?
Uh-huh.
Like they were like, now you have to go back and get his number, and I was like, what? No, mind you, I had just gone through the worst breakup of my life like 2 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
This is the first time like I'm out, and they convinced me to come out because I said, I went through the worst breakup of my life.
Yeah.
Like, this shit was awful. So, and they convinced me to go out. So I did. And so when we drove out, they were like, now you have to get his number. And I was like, no, what the fuck? Like, I literally like just got dumped 2 weeks ago. Oh, I'm sorry. Can I swear on here?
Yeah.
Do you hear
okay.
swear words in the
I'm just,
podcast?
I literally said
swore
fuck
like
like
10 minutes
maybe
ago.
20
Okay, I'm
20 minutes
sorry.
ago.
I'm sorry. I just got self-aware right now.
I didn't even
But-
know that you swore. I just
It's
caught
just-
that like,
yeah,
oh,
it's just
I just
No,
wanted to make
nonchalant.
sure.
yeah.
Exactly.
But yeah, so they were like, now you have to go back. And I was like, no, like, what the hell? I just got dumped. I'm not going to do that. Like, that's crazy. And they were like, no, like, now you started something. You got to finish it.
Mm.
And I was like, God damn, bro. And I was like, please don't make me do this. And now I'm completely sober because, you know, like the nerves and like the anxiety
Yeah.
of it all just. And so then we drove back around. And then that's when, like,
Yeah, they stopped
yeah, she
the
was
car.
like, my friend thinks you're cute.
And then I'm like,
You're
okay. And then I woke up. Yeah, I go up to the car and she's just like,
I had it locked in.
she was like quiet as hell, was nervous as hell. And then I think we just asked how old we were.
Yeah.
And we were like 19. Oh my God. 19.
That's
right?
crazy.
I know, right? We were like 19. And then she asked me if I had a girlfriend. And I was like, you got a man? And she was like, no. And
So that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And then I didn't have my phone on me, right?
Mhm.
So I grabbed her
Yeah.
phone and put my number in it.
Yeah.
And then that was it. But
Yeah.
she saved my phone number as Guy from West Haven.
Well, because
She didn't know my
I
name.
You didn't catch the
Well,
name? Or you forgot?
when I asked him his name, like I didn't really catch it, but I was like, okay, cool. And I just told him my name's Michelle. And then when he gave me his number, I just put him in there like as Guy from West Haven.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And then after that, the ball was in my court, obviously, because I had his
'Cause,
phone
yeah,
number.
and I didn't have my phone.
No,
so I
yeah.
didn't have
Yeah.
it, no.
And after that,
Wow.
like I didn't text him for like a month
Yeah, it was like a
after.
month. I was like,
I
damn.
texted him. What did I say to you? Oh, when I finally texted him, I said, "Oh, hey, like it's the girl from the Dodge Charger."
Yeah.
Dodge
She's just
Citizen.
like,
Oh, girl. I was like,
And-
oh, yeah.
But
The
yeah,
girl who cat called me, who harassed me. outside my building.
stop
Harassed
saying
me.
it. I hate when he says that. When
it's
I like
funny
I
though. I like
him.
the way, because when Alex told me, he goes, "Guess what? Caesar got catcalled." I was like, "What?"
I got
He's like, "Yeah, he was harassed."
And-
outside my building. And yeah, I was watching Shang-Chi. Great movie, by the way.
I like that movie.
Yeah.
It was a good
But
movie.
yeah, it was
Power
like
to
a
my
month.
people.
Shout out. Story
Yeah.
there.
So the question
the
is,
question, yeah, I was like,
So
oh,
the
the question
question
is,
Any advice?
yeah,
Yeah.
any advice?
Just
Yeah,
start
I think
catcalling
just-
people.
Start catcalling
Basically,
people.
yeah. Well,
No,
no,
not
not
that.
women. Actually, I take that back. Actually.
She agreed with it, dude.
Don't
It's
go
fine.
out
It's
there
fine.
harassing
The
women.
results may vary. Depends. You might end up in jail, or you might end up in a bedroom somewhere.
Yeah, I guess
So-
just shoot your shot. You know what I mean? Like,
But do
if
it respectfully.
yeah,
Don't be a weirdo.
Mm.
Don't be like
Yeah.
that guy on TikTok who tries to use pickup lines. You know,
What
Mm.
guy in TikTok?
there's this one guy. He has horrible like riz and shit. He
See,
goes up to them.
I think it's hard now because the way girls would view a guy is like, oh, you know,
Creep.
that they would be a creep.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it just depends on how you say it, though.
Yeah, but now it's hard to figure out a way not to sound
I
like a
think you
creep.
just have to find like the right segue. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like-
if like you're getting coffee or something,
Mhm.
Yeah.
right? And like you just say, or you just
Oh, that's
like
some good
walk up-
coffee.
Yeah. Just don't be a weirdo. And
Yeah.
Like maybe if she's behind you, just pay for her. You know? Like you know what I mean? Like be like, I want to pay for the person behind me, or like something like
yeah,
that.
but then what if a girl's like, oh, now he's gonna want me to talk to him?
And you gotta also
See?
I see that.
intelligent.
You gotta know
And
your
re-
surroundings.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you gotta realize
You can't just
when,
go to all
like,
these popular places and shit.
Yeah, like if she looks like she doesn't want to talk to you, just like move
Just
on.
be like, yeah.
Yeah.
Be like, can I have your number? Or like, you
Yeah.
know,
Like
where you
just start a
from?
conversation with her, and then like if it seems like she's into it, then
if she
like
keeps talking
yeah.
to you, you got
But
it.
if you seem
Yeah,
like
in
she's
the
trying to
bag.
keep it short and stuff like that, like just move on, take her out and be like,
yeah,
"Hey,"
yeah.
and just be like, well, nice meeting you and all that stuff.
Yeah,
And
okay.
Even with those small interactions, it can build up your ego,
Yeah,
your confidence, and shit like that.
Even if
Yeah.
it's small
Yeah,
interactions,
exactly.
yeah.
Because we were
Yeah.
at the, what was the place? It was like the cafe.
Yeah.
And
Which one?
well, we went. I got the coffee and tea yesterday.
Oh, the MOWT.
Oh, we're
Oh,
Tabitha?
it's Tabitha's coffee shop?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
nice.
it's really good.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we've talked about this, Carlos and I, that like, I am more social than he is, and
Huh?
he's a little bit more reserved. We say, huh?
Yeah, that I don't know. I'm sorry, but that just seems so backwards to me.
That I'm more
No.
social than Carlos.
Yeah.
Dan, here, let me move this. Dan is more social than me. I'm like fucking quiet.
I think a big part about it was my job. I think that kind of
Yeah,
got me a
your
little
job
bit out of
definitely
it, right?
helps.
So maybe Brandon only recognized me from before I was working
when
at
he
the
was,
job and shit.
Mm.
I was literally working in a bakery behind most of the time. So it's
But my point is that the guy who was taking our order,
Mhm.
he was like, "Oh, what do you want?" And then I said what I want. He said what he wanted, and I was looking at the muffins, and I was like, "Oh man, they got muffins over here." And the guy kept like, it was like
he
this back and
kept
forth.
it was like
The muffin
looking
man.
like that
Yeah.
at the muffins.
Bro,
And the guy's like,
drooling.
"You want a muffin?" He goes, "Yeah."
He's like, "Can I get the nut, the one with nuts?" He's like, "Oh, banana." It's like, "Oh, it's banana." I was like, "My guy," and I was like, "Well, my point is that like, in that situation, like, say that it was a girl cashier.
Yeah.
like stuff
you
like
know?
that.
It's
Yeah.
the same interaction if it was a guy or a girl.
Yeah.
It's just
yeah,
like,
pretty much.
yeah, just. I'm not
Yeah.
saying I shot my shot with the guy. I'm just saying
Whoa.
it's like
Jesus.
be more outspoken or more
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be more outgoing.
confident.
Yeah.
Just talk
and,
like you're talking to your
yeah.
friend.
and
Yeah.
I
That's
promise,
That's
like,
really
it
is.
the more you do it, the more like it'll come easier
Yeah,
to you.
and definitely your
Yeah.
job helps.
Yeah,
when
that too.
because when I got my new job, like it required me to talk to more people and
Mhm.
stuff like that. Like it puts you in like positions where like you're uncomfortable, and then you have
Yeah.
to,
Mhm.
Yeah.
because what else are you gonna do? It's your job.
Yeah.
You know. So
Yo, I lied to this like older lady the other day. She was like, "Oh," 'cause she was ordering Mexican food, and I was,
Yeah.
she was like, "One day I'll say it in Spanish." And I was like, "Oh yeah, yeah."
One
and,
day.
and she's like, "Learning a language is kind of hard. I use Duolingo," and she's telling me all this, and I'm like, "Oh man, how do I relate to this woman? Because I speak
Yeah,
two
exactly.
languages."
Yeah.
But I lied, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I know it's tough. I'm like learning Japanese right now." I was like, "Oh really?" He's like, "Yeah, yeah."
Can you say
I'm
something in
saying,
Japanese?
Yeah, I was like, I hope she does not ask me.
Should I say
¿Cómo
something?
se dice?
Yeah. But she was really nice, and like
Yeah.
the food was
Yeah.
quick. It was
Yeah.
like 5 minutes.
Exactly.
And she got out of the way. I was like, damn, I can't believe I just lied to an old lady.
Honestly, I've done that though. Lying.
Who
And then
hasn't lied to a stranger? That's the thing.
Yeah.
You know what I
no,
mean?
well, I'm never gonna see them again.
Exactly.
but yeah,
Yeah,
But my
exactly.
point is to be talkative. and-
They're like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make a random shit. Like,
Yeah.
I got 2 kids at home,
"How's the wife and kids?"
Yeah.
How are the kids? How are the kids?
Yo, Chester got into an accident, but he's fine.
That's just a crazy Mexican name.
Oh my
Talk-
god.
Yeah.
Thinking of
Yeah.
a dog, but not
yeah.
a kid.
But yeah, I feel like it is sort of difficult. But either way, I don't know. So it's just if I see like let's say a girl that I find pretty, or like
Like we were walking.
Yeah.
I was reading the sign, and Carl's like, "Damn, that's a pretty girl." I was like, "God damn it, she's gonna think that I looked at her. I was reading the sign above her."
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no,
I
yeah.
was
If like
like-
they're
What happened?
Oh, you go, Caesar. I'll go
Oh.
after.
no. So I was gonna say if like if they look busy, don't bother them.
Yeah.
Like at all.
Yeah,
Definitely
yeah.
don't
For
do that.
sure.
So if they're just like looking around, just chilling, maybe. But like
Mhm.
if they're like walking with headphones, just don't stop them because that's kind of weird.
yeah, I don't like that because I don't want to ruin their vibe if they're
Yeah.
like
But I think it's also like not just the first interaction you have with her, but then like say you make it on the first date, like you gotta like make that first date like good as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
First impressions.
Yeah,
They do matter.
exactly.
I always like bringing up a coffee shop.
yeah,
that's like a good-
and-
The thing is that you have to pick a place where it's not noisy.
yes,
But
so that
it's
you
also
can be
it
good
able-
forces
coffee.
you to interact. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
if you go, like if you go to the movies, you're not gonna do anything.
Exactly.
but
Yeah,
watch
I
a
don't
movie.
like first date being like a movie
Me
Yeah.
neither.
because you're not
I
you're not
agree.
gonna like
Yeah, you're not gonna
talk.
You're like,
You're gonna
You're just
enjoy
gonna
a
watch
movie.
the
movie.
Yeah.
Maybe.
you like the movie, bro. Like, what was your favorite
You
part?
come out
What was
here
the
like
popcorn?
this
What was
ass,
your
yeah.
favorite part?
No, yeah, but it's like going to the coffee shop, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. That's
yeah,
it.
You just
Now you get to
talk to
find
each
out
other.
like you don't talk a lot, but you talk enough
You
Yes.
talk enough, exactly.
to be like, oh,
Like,
this
you want
person
to do it again.
Yeah,
You
this
want-
person seems
I
interesting.
want to
Whoa.
find more. What are you gonna say?
On our first date, you weren't really talking.
It was really loud, and the restaurant we went, and it was kind of just hard to speak.
He backed it up though.
It was really hard to speak, and when I talk loud, like it sounds like I'm yelling.
Yeah.
Well,
So-
I just felt like, and we had a great first date. Like besides the fact that
Yeah.
like it just took him a little bit to like kind of
Open up.
and
Yeah,
like
it's
make
like
a conversation.
me.
But like I really had to
it'll
like be
take
the
you a
one
little
to
bit, so.
Yeah.
initiate that. But after that, like he just
Yeah, it
like
was fun.
we started talking, and then after that we
went to the beach.
we did go to
So-
the beach. Yes.
That was nice.
Yes.
Wow.
It's like
And then-
I think Tavish said it. It's like Carlos is a really hard shell to crack. But as soon as you crack it, he's just gonna stop. Like
Yeah.
he's not
Yeah,
gonna
bro,
stop
don't shut
talking.
up.
Because out in public, whenever you talk to people, you're very quiet. But I'm like,
Yeah.
you're different at home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People
It
don't
just
know I play
depends.
guitar.
Yeah.
Like you're really loud here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm really loud.
Thank you though for that question. I love talking about. I always love sharing the story about how we first met. I just feel like it
Even though
was.
she's
I feel like
harassed me.
What?
Even
Anyway.
though you harassed me.
Oh yeah, but I love telling that story. 'Cause it's my favorite story ever to tell, and 'cause I just felt like it just happened in the most natural way ever.
Yeah.
You know, like it wasn't
Yeah.
like anything forced. Like it just
Or Tinder or Instagram.
yeah,
Yeah.
like
I
it just
was
happened.
literally gonna say the story, and Dan stopped me. And he goes, "No, save that. Save. They
Yeah.
need to tell the story."
Yeah,
I was
it
just gonna be like, "Oh, Cesar got catcalled."
Yeah,
Oh, that last time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that story. Yeah,
Sometimes.
Wow, that was a long time since then, though.
that was.
Brent, do you have a question?
No, but I do gotta leave soon.
Okay.
Oh,
I think we'll
shit.
ask the one we always ask.
But you guys
Okay.
can still continue. But like,
Okay. Have you guys ever experienced anything paranormal?
oh hell, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Sure has a lot. About
Yeah,
lot.
I
Bro,
no, I have
Connecticut is a
I have
haunted ass state
experience.
in general.
No,
It
it
is.
seriously is. So funny story about the house I used to live in. So I lived in that house for 13 years,
Mm-hmm.
and the day that we first moved in, it was Halloween actually. And it
Damn.
was
Start of
Yeah.
a good movie, huh?
yeah, I know, right?
Oh my god,
And-
this house is so nice. Dun dun dun.
No, seriously. And it was just my sisters and I at the house because my parents were like at the old apartment, like, you know, still trying to pack some stuff up and like
Mhm.
moving stuff over. So my parents told us like, hey, like, we're just gonna leave like you guys at the new house and you guys could sleep there. And I think I went trick or treating, but I think I came home early either way. Like my aunt dropped me off early.
Mhm.
And my sisters were there, and I remember being upstairs with them, and we were just kind of like getting like some stuff out, like unpacking a little bit, and then we hear like the door open because at my old house when you open the front door, like that shit like squeaked mad hard, like you could hear like upstairs.
So the day they moved out, it was still that squeaky.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like and we were like, okay, like what the hell? But there was no cars out there, so we were like, maybe like my dad dropped off my mom or something, or you know, and so we were like, okay, and then we heard like footsteps downstairs, and that's when my oldest sister Maria, like she was like, okay, you guys like head to the bathroom, and we had like
you
a
thought it was an intruder?
yeah, because at some point we don't know, and then we were in the bathroom. And my sisters swear I wasn't there, but I remember this, so I don't know. I don't think I was there.
The ghost.
Yeah, and
She was the one walking downstairs.
Turning the light
And-
on and off.
yeah, and so then like we had already had the dining room, the dining table there, and the chairs, and then like whenever you move the chairs, you know how chairs are just loud when you move them. So then we heard like that, and then like we were in the bathroom, and then my sister like had 911, and she was about to like press
Call.
press
Mhm.
call. And then we heard like footsteps, like the creaky footsteps on the stairs.
Yeah.
And my sister was like, what the fuck is going on? And we were just like all scared to death because it was like, this is a new house.
Yeah.
Like no one, like we don't have keys. No one else has keys with my
Squatters.
parents.
Mm.
Yeah.
Squatters'
Like
rights.
it's, you know,
Damn.
and then my parents came in like 5 minutes later and they were like calling for us downstairs and like,
It's like, what the fuck you doing in the bathroom?
yeah, and they were
Damn.
just like you know what went on, and we told my parents that, and my mom's like I said, I was raised really Catholic, so my mom's really religious, so she was just like, you know, like that's not true, like she didn't believe us because she was like, no, like, you know, and then like she just like prayed that night, and then she called like the priest the next day. But throughout the years there have been like little like paranormal stuff that went on,
Mhm.
and I do believe that house had some kind of spirit in there.
Yeah, I think I actually Googled it once and then someone died.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh
shit.
yes.
Jeez.
So there was
What?
one night my sister
Yeah.
told me this story that there was this one night where she came out like to the to use the bathroom. The bathroom was right next to my room. My
Mhm.
sisters and I shared a room together.
It's like ocupado.
She went out to use the bathroom,
Mm.
and she said that she saw on the couch, because the living room was right there.
Yeah.
She saw on the couch like a mom and a daughter, and the daughter was like crying, and she thought it was my
Oh.
mom and me, and she was
What?
like, you know, and the mom was consoling her, and my sister said she fully saw these people, like, and she thought it was us, so she was like, Michelle, what's wrong? and like no, like she got no response. So then after she was like, okay, I'm gonna just use the bathroom and head back to sleep.
Mhm.
And in the morning, she asked my mom and I. She was like what happened? Are you good? Like, you know, is Michelle okay? And my mom was like, what are you talking about?
Yeah,
like,
I'm good.
yeah, like,
I'm chilling.
you know. And so then my mom, like, then she told us a story, and we were like, what the hell? And then when Cesar Googled it,
Yeah,
this was
Googled it,
this was years
like,
after too. We never, I
recently.
don't know why we never thought about Googling the history of the house.
yeah.
But when Cesar Googled it, there was actually like, what was it, the little girl that died or
I
something?
think it was the mom lost her daughter or something. like,
Yeah.
the
And
mom-
so that
her
like
daughter
that
died
was
or
like,
something.
yeah,
I
that's
think it was
freaking-
either like near the house or in the house, something like that.
Mm-hmm. And
Something like that, or on the street,
or like yeah,
couple
like the
houses down, I
people who
think.
owned the house like back
Something
then.
like
Wow.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, like it was like, yeah. So that's crazy. And I mean, after a while, like we got used to like little paranormal stuff happening. And my mom is, you know, she prays all the time, and like she used to have the priest like come bless the house every like year or so.
You can have
Nothing,
one of
like,
those
crazy.
sages.
What do you mean?
What are they called sages?
The incense.
Yeah, it's
She
like
would sometimes
yeah.
put incense on like out there. Like my mom said she didn't really believe it, but I know like she could like
yeah.
she kind of
just
got a
not
little
to,
spooked.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
to
that
scare
was
you
like
guys, probably.
yeah.
What's the in Spanish? Like the
Which
you know
one?
when I'll think about it later.
Okay.
I'll derail the episode trying to think about it.
Yeah, that's
so
crazy.
yeah, so
Yeah.
yeah, it was.
And
And
it just like I never really experienced anything, but like after she would tell me, I would try to look for stuff.
If there are any ghosts in here.
I should get the speaker thing.
yeah, I think the spirits just got used to us too, because like I said, we lived there for 13 years.
Wow.
Like, I remember
Unless they didn't mean harm, because you can tell when the spirit
And
is
that-
actually
That's
like
exactly what I thought so too. Like at some point, it was kind of like we just coexisted with them.
Yeah.
And like every once in a while, like something would happen, but like we weren't phased at all. It was just like, oh, okay, like cool.
yeah.
And I hope that whatever spirit is there like is resting well, and
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you know they find peace eventually, because
That'd be alright.
you know
Exactly.
like you know. But and I no longer live in that house, and I do miss it. That was my childhood home. But yeah.
Yeah.
So
That
you
was a
see,
long ass time.
Yeah.
Well, it was like mainly just one thing that I remember as a kid.
mm-hmm.
So you guys know how the Ninja Turtles, right? They have that party bus,
Yeah.
right? The pizza party bus. So I had I think it was Alex's toy. It was like a big version of that, and then you
Mhm.
can roll around and stuff like that. You could put the
Mhm.
action figures in the party bus and stuff, right?
Oh, you got the big one.
Yeah, yeah. And so
I'm jealous, but I'm trying not to
cool.
show it.
yeah,
I'm locked
it
in,
would
bro.
shoot pizzas out. It had little discs.
Oh, that's
God damn it.
dope.
Yeah, it would shoot pizzas out. But I also had like the Ninja
Which
Turtle
version?
head.
Now I'm curious. Which version? 2003 one? The 1980 one?
No, it has to be older.
Yeah, pretty sure it's
Younger than that,
2012?
probably.
Okay.
because
Probably.
Yeah, I was
Okay, yeah.
born.
You're a bit
2002,
younger.
so.
Okay.
But yeah, so
I
we had
remember that one.
Yeah, and it had a Ninja Turtle head, and it was detachable, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we would just fuck around with it sometimes, and we would take it off
Yeah.
just to fuck with it.
2007 then.
Oh my
Jesus
god,
Christ.
Dan.
Bro, let him continue with the
Ninja Turtle lore.
story.
Jesus Christ. It was a good movie though. The one that came
Yeah,
out.
that's what I'm saying.
Top notch. But yeah, it was detachable, and it would make an audible sound when you would detach it.
Oh no.
Wow.
Right. So one night, Alex and I were sleeping, and my dad was sleeping too. He was in the same room as us, and we remember that the van was under my dad's bed, and we out of nowhere we heard the sound, like the detachable sound, and that it rolled on the ground, like it hit the carpet, like a little thump. It hit the carpet and rolled, and we got so scared because my dad was snoring. You know,
Yeah.
he snores loud as shit. And it was just Alex and I. And my mom was in the like kitchen or bathroom or something.
Mhm.
Right? She wasn't there. And then we eventually fall asleep. Then when we wake up, like the head is like on the van, right? And the van
What?
No.
it's upright, so it didn't fall over, right? And Alex is like, and I were like scared as fuck for the longest time. And like if you ask him about it, he'll remember. Like we were like
Dude.
I
genuinely
don't think we
scared.
asked him that when he was here.
He
He would have said something like that.
No, yeah, he'll remember if you ask him.
I get flashbacks.
We'll ask him
That-
today.
That war,
Yeah.
that war,
The more like flashbacks.
like
Bro, the ghost just
But
want to
yeah.
play with some toys, man.
Exactly.
probably.
He was jealous too. He was like,
Yeah,
they
he
got
was
this
like, bro, I'm
version.
a
The
big Ninja
fire
Turtles
ass
fan too.
Ninja Turtles.
They were like, damn, I didn't have this during my time. What the hell?
They had blocks and rocks, you know.
Blocks.
But yeah, that's pretty
Sand.
much it. Other than that, no. Lived in the same place for the longest time, so there's nothing really.
Damn.
Yeah.
Besides getting catalytic converter stolen from you. And license plates stolen. That's really it.
Jesus Christ. No, I mean, I never experienced anything much like that.
No.
I think the only time I've ever experienced something scary was like my guitar falling down and then it being played like the strings one by one like this.
It's just creepy. Yeah,
Damn.
creepy shit.
But I was in the bathroom.
Yeah.
The thing is,
mhm,
I lowered the volume so it couldn't have gone off.
mhm.
So it fell down and the guitars just went like this. Just like the strings.
Damn.
And I got creeped out.
In the bathroom?
hmm?
Slept in the bathroom?
Yeah, I just stayed in the bathroom.
Yeah, at that point.
I was already like shitting
It'd be
myself.
like that
so-
sometimes, yeah.
Crows is
easier.
Crows has told me that this place is,
Oh yeah,
Has some spirits?
there's
Yeah.
a spirit here.
Really?
and
Yeah.
he
But it-
told me that months ago, and
Oh.
like really pretty recently. I was in the bathroom. I think I was brushing my teeth or something, or fixing my hair. I'm like, "You say something, Crows?" He's like, "What?" It's like, I swear to God, I heard like a sound coming from, like, so the bathroom is there.
Mhm.
Sound coming from that direction.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not
No,
it's
it's not
not like
harmful.
harmful.
I just heard, like-
I know what you
this
mean,
dude
yeah.
or woman is just vibing around here.
Yeah,
Just
like
just
they
vibes.
just coexist with you, and that's
Yeah.
just it. Yeah.
My dog's seen it. And my
you have
cat,
dogs
too.
though, yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out his dog.
But yeah, she barked and then got scared and went to her bed. I'm like, "What are you doing?"
It's creepy when they bark at like
At nothing.
yeah, like they'll bark at a wall. Cause at my old house too, my dogs would bark sometimes at absolutely nothing, at a wall or something.
yeah.
And that's when I would get a little like scared and I'd be like,
Oh, yeah.
it's time to go into my room and just
I've said that too.
Yeah.
Where I was like, my dog barks at something, and I'm like, "Bro, stop it! You're creeping me."
I'd be like,
Like, I know you're
"Stop.
trying to be safe and guard me, but like,
Yeah.
or
You
guard
can't protect me
yourself.
from
This
that,
this actually
Keep that to
happened.
yourself, bro."
This actually happened
bro.
recently.
The negative vibes.
So, it was my parents, my grandmother, and I. We were eating. This was literally just recent. We were eating, and my dog was like, she was sleeping, and we were talking about my grandfather,
Mhm.
and my dog just immediately got up because when she hears something, she gets up and she needs to look. But since she's
Mhm.
blind, she can't really
Oh shit.
Oh.
she can't really
she
make
was
it
blind.
out. So she's like trying to look around,
Oh damn.
and she started going "Rrr," like growling.
Mhm.
And then she stopped, sat down, and her tail started wiggling.
Aw.
And I was like, and I told my mom, because we all stood quiet. I told
Mhm.
my mom,
Yeah.
I was like, she's like wiggling her tail.
As
and
if she
then-
recognizes.
Yeah,
someone.
and then she just like walked over where my grandpa used to sit a lot,
Mhm.
and she just sat down there looking at the
Oh,
chair.
Stop.
And I was like, oh my God. We were just talking
Wow.
about my grandfather.
That was probably him.
And I didn't want to
Aw.
like, I told my dad, like, I think she sees something.
Yeah.
But I didn't really
Yeah,
want to say
yeah.
anything to my grandmother because she was like,
Aw.
I think she was like flipping through the years or some shit. And I just
So
told my
sweet,
dad.
though.
Yeah.
Aw.
Oh.
And
I
then
didn't, when did this happen?
probably like 3 or 4 days after the
Aw.
funeral.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's really sweet. Oh.
I think that's when they're usually
Yeah.
tends to happen.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I also
yeah.
like I think I saw my uncle when he passed away.
Yeah.
The same
Yeah.
day I saw a shadow just standing.
Dude,
Like
yeah.
I didn't freak out. Like I felt like that was just him being there. And I told my dad, like, I think I saw him because he was looking at and it was in his room. He was looking near his bed, but also like my mom and grandmother because they were both in the same
Mm.
place.
Mhm.
And it was just him looking at them. And I told my dad, I was like, I don't want to freak anyone out, but
Yeah,
I think I just saw
So
him.
my damn.
And he's like, I know. Was he like in the
It's
between
like, no
us?
mama's way.
Oh, your dad saw it too?
Yeah.
At
Oh,
least your
shit.
dad believed
least-
you, you know?
yeah.
Like he was like,
I mean, I believe in spirit. Like ghost, I don't know, like maybe, but spirits I do believe in.
yeah, I believe in both. I think I'm a both.
Never mind
But
one, so
I have a
wouldn't know.
similar story with that with my grandfather. So I never met my grandfather. He died about like maybe 7-8 years ago
Mm.
of diabetes, and he lived in Mexico, and I had never gone to Mexico before that. So I never got to meet my grandfather. But my
Oh.
mom, she was always really close to him, like as a little girl and stuff. And like my mom always talks highly about her dad so much. Like if you ask my mom about her dad, like she could go on and on about how great he was, and that was like her best friend,
Mhm.
and like she loves him so much. And I never got the chance to meet him, sadly. And like, you know how I told you, like, my old house, like, you know, spirits,
Yeah.
whatever. Well, there was this one time, like a month where I kept, at the back of my eye, I kept seeing like a black figure. And at
Mhm.
first it did spook me, but then I think we used to have my mom and dad's wedding pictures like up on a mantle, and then right on top we had a picture of both of my grandparents, like my mom's and then my dad's.
Mhm.
And
Mm.
I realized that the one, like when I looked at my grandfather's picture with my grandma, that's what this like shadow looked like.
Like, the
Like he was wearing
form?
like a hat, and he
Oh,
was, and that's what
uh-huh.
I realized. And I was like, okay, like maybe that's just weird. Maybe I'm just tweaking, you know. But then for the longest time ever, I like for a whole month, I kept seeing that figure like everywhere around my house, like behind me, like when I was in a car, like. And I told my mom that, but my mom didn't believe me, and she was like, "No, like my dad is resting well, like you know he wouldn't." And I was like, "No, mom, like I think like this is just him like coming to like visit you and like taking a
Yeah,
look at you." And
Was
it
it like a
doesn't-
specific like time, like not like near a birthday, but like
No,
No?
I
Oh.
don't remember. This was a long time ago, but yeah, and like, and I some point I stopped seeing it, but like, it was just weird that I
Mhm.
just saw that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was just checking up on her.
yeah.
And
Because
I think
I'm
that's
pretty
great,
sure
yeah.
that's what my grandfather did. He was just checking up on my grandmother.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
because she was with him like the whole time.
Mm.
So I think he wanted to return the favor.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's really sweet
Yeah,
though.
that
But yeah,
is. Well,
Yeah. I wasn't going to say anything, but when we
Yeah,
started
we were
talking about that, I was
talking
like, oh, I remember.
Yeah.
This happened.
Brandon,
That's
did you have something?
crazy though. Yeah.
I have so many.
I know. But
We did hear about the one in Bridgeport, but do you have like another
Oh
one?
wait, the haunted house in Bridgeport, like Lindley Street or something.
That's
I
where
don't
Brandon
know.
used to live.
Is it? I don't know.
And like Lindley Street, I heard about that.
Ooh.
Oh,
Yeah,
Tell
yeah,
us.
yeah.
he used to live in
I don't know. I don't think so. You said Bridgeport, but I don't know what street he lived
No, yeah, I lived there. It was in that 2-floor place where like I saw the bloody girl in the bathroom and then
Oh,
the
fuck
sheets getting
that.
I don't know if it's
pulled,
that
What the
same
hell?
house.
I don't think so.
And then
but-
like the little girl in the attic, but she was so innocent. We were just like, we shouldn't have instigated. We were like, come play with us and stuff like that.
oh hell no.
You're brave for that.
Fuck that.
Because we
do-
would always play board games.
Oh.
Like, you want to come join us? And we hear
Mhm.
noises like outside the doorway,
Oh,
and we
what
just
the
like
hell?
we played it off, but then we just didn't really like think anything about it. But I guess like that little child followed me to my Connecticut home, and next thing you know, that house became haunted. And then we got like other spirits coming into that house.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
His big house actually creeps me out.
Yeah.
Like
Really?
when you went in, yeah, it was like big, but there was just like a spot when it was like near a bathroom, and
Mhm.
I'll walk towards it and I'm like, holy shit, I really don't want to go in this area.
It
Because
was like,
you know
you know,
when you can
Mhm.
That was next
tell,
to the door too.
yeah, you can tell that something was there. Like it wanted to scare you.
Yeah.
And I'm like, nope.
Booga, booga.
fuck that. Yeah, I'm like, I'm just gonna go to the bathroom and hope nothing happens.
Yeah.
I think his cousin was like, "Oh, the bathroom's there," and
Yep.
then you go
Yeah.
like, "You're gonna wait for me, right?"
And he just like
It'll
dipped
hold my
out.
hand, right?
dipped out. Yeah.
Dude.
Any other story, Ren?
Wait, I
You're
want to know
pondering.
more about the bloody girl. Like,
Oh yeah, so it was like I was thinking I was probably like 2, 3, and obviously I had my cousins living on the downstairs floor. We lived on the upstairs floor, and it would just be middle of the night. My sister and I would be sleeping in the bed, and then we would like. She thought I was like kicking or touching her feet, and then she would like smack me. And like, oh, and then later in the night, the sheets pulled off of us, and so we ran to our parents' room, which was across. But as we were running to our parents' room, the bathroom door is open. We just see like some person in the shower, like in the fetal position, and we're like, "Who's that?" So we
Fuck
turned the
that.
light, and it was a bloody girl, and that's when we screamed. We're like, "Nah!" We dipped to our parents' room,
Wait, how old did you say you were?
like 2, 3.
Oh shit!
This was like when I was still in like kindergarten.
damn.
But his sister is like how older?
Difference
Like
age.
a year and a half, 2 years older.
Oh,
Oh wow.
so for 2 kids to witness that,
Yeah.
That's really
Yeah.
scary.
Then-
Yeah.
Bro, you were the same age as me when I came here. You like gained consciousness and already saw a ghost.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
That's creepy, dude.
Damn, that's really scary. I would have
Opened up
moved
his
out.
third
I
eye.
don't know how.
I would suck if
There's
that was
so
the
many-
first thing
I
you
have
saw.
so many scary stories from that house, but it's so fun.
It's so fun to tell, but
Yeah, that,
No.
No,
Scary
I
as
know
shit
what
to
you
live
mean.
in.
Yeah.
You gotta get
Um,
one of those the ones. What's
That
it called?
speak to spirits.
Yeah,
spirit
those little
box?
the spirit boxes.
All the spirit boxes.
Bro, I want to do
No.
that, but I
Yeah.
feel like I'm gonna bite something bad.
It's better than a Ouija
No.
board.
No,
Yeah.
fuck that.
No,
don't wanna
because
invite
you're
Never
her
not-
to
do a
that.
Ouija board.
Because with the Ouija board, like you're antagonizing. them
yeah.
kinda.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But with
That's the one thing. Like I'm no longer Catholic anymore, but like that if anything stuck for me from that is that I don't mess with like demons and stuff and
Mhm.
like spirits and ghosts, like if they're friendly, like I won't really pay attention to them and I'll just respect their space.
Mhm.
But like the other stuff like that, devils and stuff, I don't do that. I don't do
Demonium.
like the Ouija board. I don't, because I've just heard so many stories and stuff like that that I can't.
Okay.
Like I know that if my mom ever find out, like my mom would like kill me. Like
Yeah.
my mom
Oh.
would literally like, and she would like send me to like live with the nuns for a month, and she'd be
Mm.
like, "You can't be around here."
You
Oh,
just
yeah.
remind
Bad
me of
vibes.
that.
Yeah.
You remind me of there was what's that thing called? I know what it's called in Spanish, but that thing that you have
What do you call it in Spanish?
un diablo.
Yeah.
What is that thing called in English?
What do you mean?
Like when
Oh.
you carry
You know, Diablo? It's like
el diablito, whatever. Where you carry that like heavy shit. You put it on.
Oh,
What's that called in
I forgot what it's called.
when like you put boxes on
Yeah,
top
yeah.
of it? Yeah,
and you can carry it.
Brain, you don't want to talk about the thing that has wheels? It's just like a little
Yeah.
thing at the
Wheelbarrow?
huh?
A wheelbarrow?
No, it's not a wheelbarrow
No.
because it like stands up and like
You can like
you like
tilt
have to
it
like tilt
towards
it
you.
to like
There's handles you
Move
can
it.
like move
Yeah.
and like
What does
roll.
it do though?
like it carries boxes like they use
Oh,
it
a
at,
dolly. Like
a
dolly. Oh,
dolly.
a
dolly.
I think
All
it's-
right. So I was like, Brand, you have that image in your head, right?
Yeah, I
I
was
think
like
I'll
trying
talk
to like what? Like, what are you talking
I
about?
feel like he just started laughing on the side. Be
to
like,
move boxes and
motherfuckers couldn't
packages
figure
and
out.
shit. The guy at the USPS.
Yeah. I'm
yeah.
saying because I know the Spanish term, but not in English.
Yeah.
So when I was like, I don't know, maybe 10 or something,
Yeah.
my mom and I we were driving. We were carrying something, and my mom sees in like the rear view thing. She's like, "Oh, is that el diablo atrás?" I'm like, "Where?" Because like all I heard in my head, I was like, "Is that the devil
Devil,
behind?" I was like,
yeah,
"What?"
He's inside.
It's not even
He's
ghost
sitting
related.
next- No.
It's not even paranormal related, but it's
The
just
devil's
him
just
Because
behind
you
you,
said
just hi.
demon. Yeah, you said demon. It just reminded me of that.
Yeah.
Oh man!
The
And my mom,
Holy
every time
Ghost.
she remembers it, she tells that
Yeah,
story.
that's scary.
feel like we should ask one more question.
Brandon, what
Well,
you want
I
to head
have
out
to-
now?
I had to cut it short because they need me
Aw.
going early because apparently it's
Yeah. It's
getting
okay.
busy
Well,
right now over there.
No
Okay, bro.
we'll
problem.
have you sign off.
Yes.
Man, you already know my sign off. It's basically deuces.
Okay.
I was like, what is?
Well, we know, but for other people, we don't know.
Cut it short though.
Yeah.
That's
No
on my
problem,
side
of
at
course.
least. I wish I
It
could
was
stay
nice
longer,
talking.
but we definitely do part 2 of this.
Yeah.
Returning guests.
You
Yeah.
guys are on it,
Yeah.
yeah.
Shit. I mean,
I like I told Dan and Carlos, I could yap all night long. Like
Yeah.
seriously,
It's
dude.
the worst. It's always at bedtime, so I must
Jesus.
start talking about like, the political and economic state of the world and shit.
Yeah. And I really do want to get into that like Taylor Swift era stuff with you because now I'm like curious.
dude, I'll learn it
He
just
did it
to
to
know what you guys are
himself.
talking about.
Next week.
Yeah.
The Taylor
Yeah,
Swift, the Taylor
definitely.
Swift lore.
Next week, part
Yeah, the
2 then.
Taylor Swift floor. I want to see what
The
his
Taylor Swift.
His
episode.
thoughts on
Yeah.
the.
Based
I'm
on the
curious.
thought daughter. Definitely.
All right, Ben.
All right, Brand. We'll
Thank
let
you,
you
man.
go.
It's been
Let you
fun.
go.
have a
Love
good
you.
shift.
Love you, man.
Everybody,
Man.
love y'all.
So we'll have one more question. What is one thing you wish you could tell your past self?
So,
the kid.
As an infant.
So
an infant.
not infant, but
No. Well, the funny thing is that I was actually talking to one of my closest friends, Brenna, my partner from my podcast, about something similar. But we had lunch for her birthday on Friday. And
Wait, what's her name again? I didn't
oh,
catch
sorry, yeah, Brenna.
it. Okay.
Brenna, yeah.
All right.
he asked me. I'm like, I don't know, dude.
I didn't want
forgot.
to. I didn't want to be
Yeah.
like, oh, I've like finally meeting her. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, that's
Yeah.
her name.
It's it's Brenna.
Okay, I'll
Um,
remember that.
Yeah, shout out her for real. Well, first of all, before I start the question, and because I'm talking about Brenna now, she has her own business and she's an esthetician. So if you guys ever like
Wanna get a facial?
want a
Not the
facial
gay
or
one?
like anything, like she is the person to go to. She's really great. Her business is called Cole Studios, and
Very nice.
she's really great. And I just love to like put her out there like all the time whenever we go out together, like when we go to concerts together, like
Mm.
and she introduced herself, but like I like to tell the other girls like she's actually an esthetician, like if you live in Connecticut, like come visit her. So big shout out because support small businesses, local businesses. But yeah, so we were actually talking about a little bit about that.
Mhm.
And we had mentioned that like now that like I'm older, I honestly see myself like being just an older version of my 12-year-old self. Like I've stopped being like ashamed of like stuff that I like Taylor Swift, like you know, like I really indulged in like just healing my inner child. And whether that is like buying myself like something that I don't need at all, but it's like no, like 12-year-old me would have wanted that, you know. Like I just finally got to see Taylor Swift. So when I first started listening to Taylor Swift,
Oh,
that was
really?
about yeah.
I didn't know
I
that.
finally what was it? Oh yeah. So when I first started listening to Taylor Swift, I listened to her 1989 album or her 1989 era, and I absolutely fell in love with that album. And then I got into her other stuff. But like then she was going on tour, and I remember like going up to my parents and being like, "Mami, like por favor, like yo quiero ir a este concierto." And you know our parents, like they're immigrants. They like barely have any money to afford us, like paying paycheck to paycheck. So obviously, like my parents were like, you know, like no, like I don't even know this person who's gonna take you,
Who is
like.
she?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's actually like, do you
Who
know
is
this
she?
person?
Yeah.
How do you know her?
Yeah.
Exactly. And so my parents just off the bat were like, you know, like we just can't afford to, you know, it's just not gonna happen.
Yeah.
So I was like really sad, but you know, at some point I ended up understanding. And then when she toured again in 2017, that's in the phase where like everyone didn't like her and like they canceled her or whatever. So I was even more afraid to like admit that I was a Swiftie during
Oh,
that.
Crazy.
And then after that, COVID happened. So this is her first time touring in like years. And I finally got to see her, actually thanks to Cesar, which I'm,
Oh, yeah.
and I always say how grateful I am for that like I have a partner who like, although he doesn't like her and like he makes fun of me, like I know that like he's willing to do anything because tickets were pricey, you know. It was
Yeah, they were like 6.
Yeah.
They were like 700.
You
yeah
said 6, and I was like, you're not gonna say
Yeah.
60.
Well, no, for two.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Oh,
so,
60 for 2?
Okay.
no,
No,
600
for
Six-
2.
700
No,
for
600,
two.
700 for 2. And
Yeah.
they were like 2 rows before the ground seating.
So it wasn't like the floor seats, it
Oh.
was the section
Yeah,
after floor seating,
Mhm.
which actually wasn't bad. And like my view was actually pretty good. My camera doesn't do justice for it. It looks like I'm far as fuck, but I actually had a pretty good view. And like that, like I got to heal like something from like 12-year-old me,
Yeah.
you know, like my inner child.
Caesar's
So-
supportive guy with the sign be like,
I
my
didn't go.
girlfriend loves
I didn't go.
Well, he didn't go actually, but
Oh.
which I understand because like that's
I
not
was
his
gonna
thing.
Be there.
Yeah.
it would've
No, I
been-
get it.
And like,
yeah.
you
would've
know,
ruined the experience for like.
yeah.
That's fair
So,
enough.
but I took my sister and
But
she's
she did take me to a Taylor Swift night.
I
which
did, I
not wanna be
did.
there.
and that he kind of got a glimpse of I knew he didn't want to go, which was fine. I actually took my sister and she, although
Yeah.
she's not the biggest fan and you know stuff like that, like she actually went and she enjoyed it with me, and it was just a nice moment to have with my sister. So like I don't
Yeah.
know, I guess I would tell 12-year-old me that like hey, like we're actually getting like to do stuff that we love, and like you know we can actually like afford like ourselves to like get little stuff, and I think that like 12-year-old me would just be really proud of where I am, like. And I'm getting, like I said, like this is a really like emotional question
Yeah.
because you know,
Mhm.
like thinking about myself back then. It also like I don't know if you guys know this, but I am queer, and like I'm
Fun fact.
yeah.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either, but
And even when I came out back in 2020, like I didn't make it like this whole like big deal. Like I think. Like I told my sisters first, and my sisters off the bat were like, "Oh yeah, we knew." Like we had like there were signs, like you know, and they were just very supportive.
Top 10 signs.
And even my friends, like my 2 best friends from high school, Jennifer and Krishna, like when I told them, I told them I think we were going somewhere like to the beach or something.
Mhm.
And out of nowhere, I was just like, hey, like I need to tell you guys. And they kind of like looked at each other and they were just like, okay, like what's up? And I told them, I was like, I think I also like women. Like I think I'm bisexual. And they were like, oh, okay. They were like, we kind of figured. They were like, I don't know. They were like, you just kind of always gave us this like fruity vibe, like not in that way. And I was like, okay. I was like,
Fruity vibe.
well, so most of the time people like, that was most of my response. Like, okay, like we kind of figured. So I guess like that too. 'Cause
it's like when you admit you have a crush on someone and they
Yeah.
know. They're like, oh yeah, I always
yeah,
knew.
like
Yeah,
I always
knew
knew.
that.
So,
Yeah.
and I like, it's true. Like when people like say that and they're just like, I kind of always knew when I was young. 'Cause I kind of did always know when I was young.
Yeah.
Like there were a couple like girls who I thought like, you know, were cute. Like same way when like I had a crush on a boy. I just never wanted to admit it because, you know, I was like I've said before, I was raised really Catholic. So that was like always the stigma
Oh,
that
yeah.
like, hey, like that's a sin. Like I can't do that. But I think it'd be nice to tell like myself back then, like, hey, like
It's okay.
It's actually okay, and like it's nothing bad. Like it's just doesn't change who you are. It's just it's normal.
Yeah, who you are.
It's like having a crush on a boy. Like it's fine, and like it's okay. Like if you want to explore that when you're a teen or stuff like that, like go ahead. Because I never really did.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was just like, So and then when I was finally single and I wanted to explore that, I met Cesar. So so I never really.
Sometimes.
Yeah. So and even when I told Cesar, he was like fine with it.
Yeah.
It was just like okay.
Like, I got it.
Yeah. And now like I.
Now,
Yeah.
if a girl or a guy walks past, well, I was thinking if a girl walks past, you both are like looking.
Not really.
No.
No.
No, it's like one of those couple that like, damn, you saw
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah, that's
they're
what I was
like,
trying
they
to
both
say.
like,
No, not really.
No, I think we just have very different like taste in women too.
I think so.
Like for me, my dream girl is young Miko. I don't know if you guys know who she is.
yeah,
No, it's because I'm thinking I like her. Brandon likes her too.
yeah.
So I'm thinking
Yeah.
like, if Brandon was here, he'd be like,
Yeah,
that's another thing you guys should talk about.
Yeah, yes. I have a huge crush on young Miko. Like that is like I get TikToks of like edits of her, and I just like
Yeah, she gets
I'm just
edits.
like damn,
It's
like
incredible.
Thirst traps.
yeah.
Yeah, thirst traps.
And-
the Bart Simpson.
and
you
Caesar
ever seen
thinks-
the you ever
And
seen the TikTok edit from Cars? What's his Guido?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
That's the best one.
Yeah,
bro.
whole edit.
Is that was that like loud ass, bassy ass music?
Yeah.
No, no. The blue one when he
Yeah,
changes
Guido.
the tires.
Yeah, when he's trying
He's
to be
saying
a
there's
badass.
loud bass music.
Oh,
Not
okay.
the car that's
Okay.
comes by with the
I
music.
got it.
No, he's like
Shout out TikTok
Yeah.
edits for real.
He locked in.
Timothy.
Timothy. So
Oh, sorry, excuse me.
But
But
yeah.
are you
Yeah.
done? Or no?
I think that's it. I would tell
That's
myself
really
just that
that's
like
good to share that. Like as you're saying, because you're trying to heal your inner child.
Yeah.
yeah. It's just I think it's just a lot of that.
Mm.
You know, that like it's just stuff that I've always been afraid to admit to myself. And even with like the whole like me like not completing school and like not I went to college for like one semester, then I ended up feeling like this wasn't for me. It was just a
Wow.
lot, you know. It
Child
was
COVID.
it was 2020. Like I felt like I was just pushed into like, you know, like college right off the bat, you know. I never had like closure with high school, and it was just
Yeah.
like, okay, now you're going here and it's a new place, you know, new people, like you can't speak to people, you can't be next to them, it's online. I had a class that I actually had to go to, like, and I went to UConn Hartford.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I had to commute there because I wasn't living like at dorms, and I couldn't drive. And my parents, like, they would take me sometimes, but most of the time they would be like, hey, like, you'd actually have to take the train today. And I don't know if it's different now with the trains, like, schedule, but before there was only one, like, train that went there in the morning, and it was like, I was like 2 hours before my class, so I had to like
Mm-hmm.
just
Oh,
lollygag
okay.
for 2 hours. But then my class ended at 1 p.m. But the next train back to New Haven wasn't until 5. So then I had to figure out how to fill
It's
in.
a whole day over there. With
Yeah,
just one
and
class.
it was for just one class, and it was like just an hour class. So it just became a lot. And then like at some point, like I just felt like I couldn't do it, and I was like, this isn't for me. Like I'm wasting money. Like
Mhm.
I'm not even sure what the hell I'm learning, because like, you know,
Yeah.
I'm not able to make like socialize and make friendships, like, you know. So
Mhm.
Especially in that time. I think if it was a different time, it would be a little different.
yeah, exactly. So, and for the longest time ever, I was like really disappointed in myself, and I was just like, I can't believe I didn't do that. But now I'm like, you know what? No, like that was the perfect choice for me,
Mhm.
because God knows where I would have ended up if I like continued. I probably would have been miserable, and like, yeah, I would have had a degree, but I would have been miserable, and I probably like, and now I realize that I don't want to do whatever the hell I wanted to do back then, which was
Mm.
political science.
Yeah.
And like, oh, that too. Like I was studying poli-sci, and during that time, it was like, you know, Black Lives Matter and like the whole pandemic and like a bunch of stuff went on, and my assignments were like, okay, look at the news today and like write about how you feel about that. And I was like, dude, like this is awful. Like I don't want
Yeah.
to write
Oh
about
yeah.
it.
And, like
I'm
every
living
in
it.
2020, every week something was happening.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it was just like, and it just put me in a really bad state too, because I just felt like the world was hopeless, and I was like, I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah.
And it was a really hard like thing to do. And so now like I would go back and tell myself, like, you know what, like you may not be where you want to be today, but it's like, you know, you're happy, and honestly, like I'm in a good position in my life. Like I have a good job, and
Mhm.
literally sit sometimes all day in my cubicle and I do absolutely nothing. I watch movies sometimes.
You watch the episode. That's
Yeah, that's what
Too much free time.
Why I absolutely lollygag there because sometimes I have so much downtime,
Mhm.
like after I do my job, and I have a like really good loving partner, you know, who accepts me and is just like there for me all the time. So it's like I think like 12-year-old me would be in awe. Cause it'd be like, damn,
Yeah.
like that's crazy.
like, wow, we did
We
this.
definitely do things together to like heal our inner childhood.
Yeah.
Like we go out to buy like random toys or like comic books or
Yeah.
games and shit. So
Yeah. I think we both do that. Just like if
Yeah.
we're bored, we buy like a Lego set. We're like,
I have so
Yeah.
many.
you know, I
Yes.
never got like Legos like that, but he did. He got the most Legos out of
Yeah.
me. So me going and buying Lego sets, I'm like, oh shit, like
Yeah,
See,
that
where
just
is
like
that one? You have a few over there. The
oh yeah,
few cars
Yeah.
over there.
like the Lego Batman
Oh,
car.
Batman car.
That was like
No, yeah, I had same thing. Yeah, when I was a kid too, I didn't have anything like that. It was always like sharing stuff with Alex as a kid. So
Just fucking
yeah, no.
share with nobody.
so yeah,
But yeah, I don't know if you want to.
I guess I don't know. I'd maybe just like I would tell myself that I would be okay growing up.
Yeah.
You know, like things do get better.
Mm.
Because like as a kid, like yeah, like you know, we've been in the same spot for like my entire life.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and ever since I was a kid, I was always worried about like rent, if we were gonna be
Yeah.
staying in the same
Yep.
place.
Yeah.
You know, and like I wouldn't really have the chance to be like a kid too
Mhm.
much, because it was always like, is today the day we're gonna get kicked out or like evicted or something?
Yeah.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
and like sure we would play games and stuff, but like that weighing over you is kind of like you can't enjoy anything.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you're always like wondering if your parents are gonna be okay, if
Yeah.
you know what they're doing to help, and then the fact that you can't help because you're a kid, you can't fucking get
Yeah.
a job or
Bro,
anything.
I hate that feeling. I
Like-
like I like
Yeah,
wanting to do more or be like I only have like $5 in my piggy bank.
yeah,
What am I
You
gonna
know,
do?
like-
Or even now, like I have money, but like my mom, I'm like, oh,
You
I
still
can
feel
let
like
you
it's-
borrow this, or I can
Yeah.
Yeah.
give
Oh.
you this, and it's like, not that my mom's not grateful for it, but she's like, it's not enough, and I'm like, fuck,
Yeah.
you know.
no,
Yeah.
yeah. So
Stuff.
yeah, that's a pretty big thing that I did or I dealt with as a
Mhm.
kid. That like we didn't know if we were gonna be there the next day or not and stuff. There was this one time we got our electricity cut off, and it was when my little brother was just born.
Oh, really?
So yeah, it was freezing and stuff. And then there was this one maintenance guy. He was always an asshole for like everything. And he came to like check it out to see what was going on.
Yeah.
And Alex and I were charging like I had an iPad,
Mm-hmm.
so I charged my iPad. And then Alex was charging his DS, and then the maintenance guy comes in, and he just starts like yelling at us, like stop, like don't use those outlets, stop using those outlets. You're gonna fuck everything up. You're gonna fuck up the electrical system. Like stop. And then my mom comes out and starts yelling at him, like what are you doing, like and shit like that.
Yeah, like
I thought it was gonna be Cesar. Like, you know what? I'm tired of this.
No.
especially because if you're young, it's like really an authority figure is
Yeah.
yelling at you.
You
You're
guys
like,
are innocent, dude. You
Yeah.
guys are fucking
Yeah,
kids.
exactly.
It's not really like you were intentionally doing it, plugging it
Yeah.
into the wrong spot.
And at that time, it kind of was like the normal like thing to deal with. Like, oh, it's just our electricity, so it's okay. Like
Yeah.
we'll be fine. And,
Bro.
but like now thinking about it, it's
Yeah.
like how like why did we deal with that as kids?
Yeah.
You know, but shit happens.
yeah, I have a laundry list of shit like that happening to me.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And I can openly talk about it. I have we live in a trailer, or
Yeah.
my family and I do, just
Yeah.
my parents and I.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think you've ever mentioned.
I
that.
haven't. No, this
No.
whole time
Oh.
we've been on this podcast, it's
Really?
I've
Never really said it.
but I've been living in
Really?
that.
Yeah.
We have stuff,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but like holy fucking shit, our water heater stopped working,
Yeah.
and I'm like, oh, and it's not like money; it's more like the time to fix it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
every time you fix one thing, like
Yeah,
another
something else
something else
fucks up.
comes up.
And I'm glad that my dad does shit to like he
Mhm.
builds and all that.
Yeah, yeah.
He built like this shed
Yeah.
for heating stuff, and
Yeah.
like he's good with that.
Yeah.
But like back in our old house, I'd have the same issue. I'd come home or I'd wake up and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna take a shower or some
Yeah.
shit like the heat's
Yeah.
off or the
Yeah.
electricity.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
charge shit at the restaurant
Exactly.
Yeah.
and then go home
Yeah.
Yeah.
with no light.
Yeah. So that would happen. Oh, that happened. I think,
Yeah.
a couple times.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, we didn't. I guess we never went without a home, but like I would like being there wasn't always like the best either.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know, like because as a kid, like everyone's always talking about their stuff, right? What they got
Mhm.
for Christmas
Yeah.
and stuff like that. What they got for their birthdays and
Or like, oh fuck, I went on vacation
Exactly.
over the
Yeah.
summer. I'm
Yeah.
like,
And it's
I
like,
didn't
I just
fucking
stayed
Like
home.
spring
shit.
break, yeah.
I went outside.
Yeah.
I got ice cream
got
out
ice
the truck
Yeah.
and stuff like that. And yeah, they would always talk about it. And I'm like, why don't we have that stuff? And it would kind of make me sad because
Yeah.
like they would say like, you know, it kind of like meant something to you
Mhm.
as a kid
Yeah.
having
Yeah.
things, because that's all you really know. You know, you're not really responsible for what your parents do,
Mm-hmm.
like as jobs or whatever. But like,
yeah.
if you had something to show them what you actually
Mhm.
have, is kind of different.
Mm-hmm.
Do you ever do you ever think of there's a video that I saw where they're talking about it's another podcast actually where they talk about some sort of feeling of guilt
Yeah.
when you're in your 20s
Yeah.
Yeah.
feel that
and
way, like,
doing
all the time.
fun shit,
Yeah.
going to New York,
all the
Mhm.
time,
eating out
dude.
or do it, but like feeling that that sense of guilt, like, oh, my parents
Like
didn't
they
get
had
to enjoy that or didn't get to have the same opportunities
Yeah,
that
Yeah.
we
do.
do as
I
adults.
think it comes a lot. Like it comes a lot when thinking about like how like I ended up not doing school. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
it was like my parents came here. Like they sacrificed all of
Oh
this,
my
and I
God,
ended
yeah.
up just
That's
doing that
literally
for one
all
semester.
of us
Yeah.
at this
Yeah.
point.
Yeah,
'Cause-
and then
That's
being
all
like,
us.
damn, like
Yeah, because as soon as I
Womp womp.
like started feeling like, holy shit, I don't even want to study for this.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Mhm.
I really don't know what else I could do for me
Mhm.
to enjoy. And
Exactly.
and I
Mhm.
like told my parents that, and they were like, well,
You
have to
gotta do
you gotta
this.
you gotta figure out something
Yeah.
yeah,
because
If you don't want to do school, you're gonna have to work.
yeah,
yeah.
know?
And our grandfather, he would always like
he would always
ask us,
like make sure you study.
yeah,
Mhm.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
and that's
the
where
worst.
like
Mhm.
that's where I started feeling like guilt. Like fuck, I don't want to be here only. I want to go do like learn something.
yeah,
Mhm.
And I think that's where like I mean I found my passion already, but it's just a matter of going
there.
to
Going,
find this
getting
right
there, yeah.
school in order to do like audio
Yeah.
engineering.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean like for Dan, I think it was you said it was difficult.
oh
to
yeah,
yeah.
I'm still. Oh, I talked about it last time. Towards the end of that episode
Mhm.
about wanting to do animation,
Yeah.
but like, I don't know. I feel like for like a long period of time, I struggled with what am I gonna do, because a lot
Yeah.
of thing came from like money. I
Mhm.
want to
It's
figure
all-
out
it's
because
all
of money.
It all, yeah.
We grew up like that.
It all comes
Yeah.
back to that. Yeah.
I don't want to be like, man, I only have $3 in my account right now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And sure, that worries me, but it's like I also want to do something where I don't get burnt out. I don't feel like
Yeah. It's
shit.
like a
I
job.
want to do something I like,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and it's kind of hard finding that sweet spot, especially now when people are getting laid off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Thing.
it's kind of hard. Everybody's like, I don't want to make this more depressing, but it's like
No.
everybody's home, and like, or in during COVID, everybody was home, and
Yeah.
like that shit also kind of fucked a lot of our
Yeah.
mental.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It took away 2 years. Like I honestly don't know how that like
yeah,
was
I
4
f-
years
I forget,
ago.
I forget.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Exactly.
it's 4 years.
Like
ago.
it's like we time jumped because I was
Yeah.
18 at the time and now I'm 22 and it's like
Yeah.
where the hell did those 2 years
Yeah,
go because
I-
I don't feel them.
My what was it? 20 and 21st did not feel like
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
I
it was weird, but then when 2022 hit, I was like, "Oh, I'm actually doing something."
Yeah.
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 You're
But
like,
it
oh fuck,
was
I'm
just-
22 now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fucking weird, dude.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
it's just a
time-
weird
time to
gap.
It was a weird
I
gap.
mean, it was actually pretty like nice at first because you kind of had a
first
I
two
rest.
thought you thought it was like a joke, not a joke.
A
but
little
Yeah.
bit, maybe.
it was
yeah.
like yay, like two
it's
2
just
weeks
nothing,
off,
it's
nothing.
something serious.
Yeah.
And then after those 2 weeks, we all started like thinking because we were inside
Yeah,
for
'cause-
those 2 weeks.
Because dude, you would see the numbers every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Died every day, and it was.
Well,
kinda
that
like-
was the year that my grandmother passed. And she
2020?
actually passed of COVID.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
really?
and it was
Oh.
well, it was crazy because and this was my dad's mom, and the thing is that like back in 2017, 2018, like my grandparents actually got their visa to come here, which was nice because like my dad saw his mom for the last time, but then COVID like came and you know stuff like that. And well, first of all, like they didn't tell my dad's other siblings didn't let him know that she was sick. Like they just told him like, oh, she just hasn't been feeling well, but they didn't tell us it was COVID. And then like they told him it was COVID like the day like prior before she died. And my dad was like, well, what is it that we can do? And they were like, well, nothing really, because there was nothing. There was no vaccine. There was no anything.
The world,
even
doctors experienced something that like
And then my dad was like, well, how long has she had it? And my uncles and aunts in Mexico were like, for a couple like days now. And my dad was like upset because no one told him and stuff. And then she like passed away the next day, and my dad was completely like heartbroken because he was like, I didn't know the last time I would see her. And but then he was like, I'm just also really grateful that like I at least got to see her one last time, because before that, like my parents and their parents hadn't seen each other for 20 years. And it was like, damn. And like, you know, it was just a really like crazy year for everyone. And on top of that, like for like that big to happen, and then my dad couldn't even be like, I want to go there, like I want to be there, like for the funeral and stuff like that. And it was all through Zoom, through FaceTime, and it was just a crazy thing, like to experience a funeral through Zoom. Like that's insane.
It's hard to think about it that happening through that.
It was, and I felt really, really bad for my dad, because, and this was the first time I'd ever seen my dad cry. Like my dad's like,
he's like that tough guy. He doesn't want to really show.
He tries to be, but and that was the first time like my dad absolutely lost it. And I've always been the closest one out of my siblings to be close, like to my dad. So I remember when my mom came in to tell us, like, you know, your grandmother just passed. Like we were kind of just there, like, that's crazy, because I never really had a relationship with her, because I only see her like twice. So we were like, that's crazy. And then like my mom was like, you know, your dad's like, he's really upset. And my sisters just automatically look at me, and it's just like, you know, you should go like say something, hug him. And I was like, why me? And they were like, because you're the one that's closest to him. And I remember like I did hug him, and my dad was just like, he hugged. And that was the first time like my dad and I actually had like a moment together, because we don't really like hug or like say we love you to each other. My mom is the one that mostly like that, but it's still a little weird.
Neither of my parents are like that.
So
I feel like it's strange to me when I see other people say like, oh, their dad is tough on them, or like they don't show them that father love, or like it's so weird that I look at it like
abuses
that.
Me.
But then there's my parents that fucking loved me, and like,
no, I know.
Well, don't say it like that.
No, not like that, not like that. I don't want to like say some fucked up.
No, you mean like who like outwardly showed that?
Like my dad always played video games with me, and my dad would always tell me, yo, let's go help me fix the car, or like, hey, let's go to the store real quick.
It's like a different love language. Like they don't have to say it, but like you just feel it. Like it's just
but I'm like pretty sure it's because he mostly grew up more with my grandmother, because he was the last one to come here to the US. So he stayed with my grandmother the most. So I'm pretty sure that love came from that, and like was like very soft, but he was also tough on me. He's like, oh, you don't do this, but like still, you know. So that's what it was strange to me, because I'm like, oh, your dad doesn't play video games with you or some shit. Like
your dad doesn't love
you. Know what I mean? You don't mean it. No, I didn't mean it like that. I didn't mean it like
that.
that.
Affection.
But it was just so different.
Doesn't tuck you in at night.
He doesn't kiss you on the forehead.
He did, bro. He did. I couldn't go to sleep as a kid.
Your dad loved you. What a loser.
See, like that. When I see people see that, I'm like, dude, what?
Well, I know.
Your dad kicked the ball with you.
Play football. Catch with you.
No,
but it's just like a lot of. It's mainly like Hispanic dads that are kind of like tough. Like that.
Yeah, it's just the whole machismo culture too.
I feel like though you come around to understand, or at least I have come around to understand. I'm like
their POV. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like oh wow, you were working
as a kid.
Not as a kid or forever.
Exactly.
And not thinking. I'm like, you're working, you're not spending time with it. It's not like that. It's more like you're working to provide.
Yeah. Because like when I think about it, my dad was, I think, my age when he had Alex, you know, and it's like, what the hell? Like, it was just, like, I feel like I'm still a kid, you know?
Oh, they're right. That's fucking right.
I see what you mean. Okay.
Like, I'm still a kid right now.
Like how did they figure it out?
Dude, this is crazy. My mom was 17. My dad was 19 or 18.
Yeah.
When they had you?
Me.
Oh, wow.
Oh wow.
So it was weird for people
The math.
to hear that.
Yeah.
That were like, your mom had you when you were 17. My mom had me when she was to like 25 or some
Yeah.
shit. And I'm like,
yeah, and it's
I'm like,
like
that's
like,
so
like
weird.
It's hard to like understand that they were kids too, pretty
Yeah.
much. You know,
they were like
You know.
growing up too.
So
and, like,
they
trying
were
to figure
already
it
here.
out.
So it was like,
that's the thing too. Exactly. That
And then,
makes it worse.
and then coming to a
worse,
whole new
but,
country.
like,
Yeah.
that makes
It's
it
like-
much harder. On
yeah,
them.
because they already know that they're here to work.
They're here to
and
work.
Yeah.
live the life.
They're
now.
here
Yeah.
to like figure
Really.
shit out. And
Yeah.
Stuff.
My parents were like almost 30 when they had me.
Oh, really?
Really?
Yeah, well, he's the second one.
Yeah,
Oh,
we have like 6 years between my brother and I.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
how old were they when they had your oldest brother?
So 16.
24-ish? 20.
Oh, that's still not a bad.
Yeah.
That's nice. I feel like that's a like an okay age.
Acceptable
Yeah.
age.
Yeah.
You're
Like-
not
My
too old,
fucking
you're
parents
not
just
too-
got to work as soon as they got here. They were like, we want one. We don't know what
We
will
got
happen.
to work.
Yeah. They got to.
They put in the work.
Well,
no,
you
yeah.
too.
I guess, yeah.
Alex and them are only 2
Alex.
years apart.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, that's the thing too. It's kind of like it's hard to be like not like mad at them, but like find a reason to be mad, I guess. Like,
Yeah.
you have to understand that they were pretty much kids too. Like I feel like a kid right now. I'm just now figuring my shit out,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and it doesn't even like I don't have it as bad as them either, because they just came here, no
Yeah.
English, no
But
no
they're
nothing.
different traumas or
Yeah.
different issues
Different
that have
lore.
that like I guess could be passed down, but
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know if they see that, though. Like,
They don't see it.
each,
No, I don't think
each
so.
like each generation.
because they're like mainly focused on survival.
yeah.
know?
And there, I feel like especially with my parents, because my parents now live the empty nester life, because my sisters are grown. My oldest sister is 30 this year, and my other sister, she's 25, 26, and they all live in like their different apartments. Like my
they spaced them out.
yeah, we're each 4
Okay.
years apart. My oldest sister, she actually like just got married. So
Congratulations.
thank you. Yeah. So she so like my parents don't have to worry about us anymore, and like even although I still live with them, like they know most of the time I'm with Cesar, and they love Cesar, like like they treat him as their own, and they just don't have to worry about us anymore. So my mom literally would tell me like, oh, I'm gonna go, like, oh, my mom went to see Los Bukis with my madrina, which is like her best friend.
Yeah, we were talking about them the other
And-
I used to
Oh, yeah.
And she told me like the day prior, she's like, are you gonna be here tomorrow? She's like, because I'm not gonna cook anything because I'm gonna go see Los Bukis. And I was like, okay, like, and like, you know what I
I
mean?
was like, I'm not asking you. I'm letting you know.
Yeah.
Estoy give you permission.
Avisando.
And it's just like,
on the bus.
yeah, no, literally, I have her location, and I'll text her and I'll be like, where are you? And she'll be like, oh, I'm at church, or oh, I'm at my friend's house.
Mm.
And it's just like, girl, like it's 11 p.m. Like, what are you doing? And
Roles
Yeah.
for first.
yeah. So my
Yeah.
mom now, like, but I'm really happy to see that for my parents. Like, my parents no longer have to worry about us, and they
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
they're
like
enjoying their life.
they do their own thing, and
Yeah.
yeah. So now, like, but sometimes I see that they're still on survival mode sometimes, but I just know that it's
It's an
not
instinct.
Yeah.
us. Yeah, it is for them, but I'm really happy to
and,
see them.
and the thing that sucks too is that like it makes you that way.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
like,
Yes.
every time like with my job, right? Like I have like overtime. They give me overtime.
Mhm.
I feel like if I don't take it, like I'm doing something wrong.
Yeah.
Like if you don't take it.
Yeah, like if I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah,
work more.
I get that feeling.
You know what? Carlos has always been telling me like, dude, just call out.
Yeah, like nah, fuck. What do you mean call out,
And-
bro?
I say that as a joke,
I know
but
it's a joke,
sometimes
but
I'm
he
like,
says it.
Like,
what if he
for real.
actually
No,
does
but
it?
he means it for me to like chill back on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
going
because
the extra mile.
he's the type of person to just say yes.
But you know
no,
what? I
he
think
is too.
Yeah.
I think you know what we got passed down the work ethic aspect of our parents.
No, I got it. No. Well, yes. I'll say this. Yes, but I got it from like my mom.
But our parents, I said.
Yeah, but but I mainly got it from my mom.
Okay.
Like, everything like I know and like I do is pretty much because of my mom.
Mhm.
You know, my dad, he worked, but sometimes he wasn't really there. Stuff like
Lollygagging.
that. Yeah.
Oh shit, we
What?
should actually.
How long has it
Wrap
been?
up.
Yeah, because the battery's fucking dead.
It's dead
I
or
think
it's
so.
dying.
No, I think it's dead.
Cut.
Action.
Oh yeah, actually.
Okay.
All right.
Wow. I'm
Yeah.
glad you caught that camera thing. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm like, Jesus Christ, because I heard the noise.
I didn't hear
Mhm.
shit.
Yeah,
dude.
I heard
Yeah,
like.
I
a
thought
noise.
maybe one of my nephews were like banging on the on the door.
My kids.
All right, so
They look like me.
For real?
And
Yeah.
because it's like they act like one of them acts like my brother, and the
Yeah.
other one acts like me when we were little.
Mhm.
Oh.
But in terms of look, they look like
Yeah.
kind of like us.
Mhm.
mhm.
It's so weird. Like I'm like looking at my little self.
All right,
It'll
so we're
slap
gonna end it off now.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we've been yapping on.
Wow. I don't know how long. 2 hours, 3 hours,
I
Yeah.
think it was 2 hours.
5,
2
2
hours.
hours.
2
Yeah, 'cause We've
hours.
been here
Yeah.
since like 10.
10.
10. Yeah.
10,
Okay.
half
all right.
hour to
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
Do
set
stuff.
And
up,
Brandon
yeah.
got out when it got
too deep.
deep. I guess.
Deep, yeah.
Yeah,
We'll,
I don't
we'll
know.
have
We'll,
another conversation.
we'll probably
afterwards.
split this episode. We don't even know
Maybe.
yet.
I don't know.
So, the camera did fuck up. So,
Technical
that's fine.
difficulties.
but they were mostly
Someone,
talking.
someone
so.
has to fire the production manager, the equipment manager.
I really need to figure out if that makes sound. Anyways, we'll figure that
All
out.
right. So yeah, thank you guys for watching,
Yeah, thank you.
listening
for having us.
wherever you
Listening.
guys are at.
Yeah.
Thanks for
Uh,
having us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn. I've actually never had a conversation like that with you
I
guys.
know.
I mean, maybe
First
Caesar,
time.
It's
yeah.
always just drinking
Yeah.
and eating,
Yeah.
and eating
bunnies.
pizza and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Being silly gooses,
Never got
you know.
deep.
Or
We
got
weren't
Uh,
being pretty silly geese here, but
Silly geese,
in terms
exactly.
of deep conversation, I've
Yeah.
never had
Yeah.
that deep of a
You
conversation
know my
with
story,
anyone
but not
that's
my lore.
yeah.
I should have stepped quiet. I should have stayed quiet
Yeah.
to be mysterious.
They don't know my next move.
yeah.
Move in silence.
So we
Alright.
should do. Well, where people can find us on social media.
So we got Instagram,
Yeah.
TikTok, Threads,
Yeah, on
and
everything.
that's it, right?
Yeah, I think so. That's it.
I
We
think
got
that's it.
YouTube. We'll talk about that in a second.
Yeah.
Where can people find the both of you?
Oh, if you guys
if
want
you
to
guys wanna
actually
do that,
shout
I don't
yourselves
have
out.
anything really.
you don't. All right.
No.
You can find me down the road.
Down the road, I'll give you my address.
I'm
if you
around
really
the
wanna-
corner.
Want to hang out?
I guess you can find me on Instagram. It's my name and then period my last name Cortez, but you add another S to the end, and
Special.
you can you can
Was
you
the
can
first
find-
one taken? Like without the
No, I just felt like it just
Oh,
made
okay.
more sense,
You're like you put
I
a
don't
number
know.
2.
It's like when you
Yeah.
put like a Z
and
instead of an
that's
S.
it's always
Exactly.
been like my handle. And
Okay.
I was talking about this with my friend Brenna too, but when I get married and I change my last name, I'm not changing my Instagram handle. I'm not changing any of my social media. Like
hates
that's
me pretty much.
iconic. That's me.
That's iconic.
She hates me.
But yeah.
She doesn't
Um,
want to be with
And
me
if you're
anymore.
really curious about Cesar, you can definitely find him on my page. I have him tagged
I'm
on something.
mysterious, so you gotta.
yeah. Yeah, it really
Yeah.
depends if you want to put your handle there or
Yeah,
not.
I
Yeah.
should
Doesn't
have. I
matter.
should have asked earlier
don't really
before we
care,
started
to be
recording.
He
Yeah.
doesn't mind. Yeah.
But yeah, if you want
Yeah.
to, doesn't matter.
If
But
you want to go ahead. If
yeah.
not, then it's cool.
so where can they find us?
Where
in
can they find
Crispy
us?
HD, Dan?
So
Crispy HD.
it's not 4K, but it's HD. We are on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
You can watch us as you're watching us now, or in the future. I don't know.
What do you mean?
How like there people? I don't know. Maybe someone listens to the audio, then go back to the
Oh
video.
yeah.
I do that
Mm.
because I edited the video.
Yeah.
It's my job.
Yeah, it's my
Non-profit podcast.
But if they were to listen to us, where would they find us?
oh yeah, we have it on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, like I said, YouTube,
Google Podcasts.
Google Podcasts, a bunch of other places.
Mhm.
You can just look. Literally, I looked up on YouTube Los Hijinks.
Yeah.
First thing, I was like,
Yeah.
"Word,
We made it.
and it was on my mom's phone, so it wasn't
On the
my
map.
phone.
You had to test
I was
the
like, yeah.
algorithm and shit.
So it worked.
Yeah.
Famous guys.
You're on the
Yeah.
map.
You guys
We're
gonna
good.
make it out the hood?
Yeah.
Yeah, we are definitely. Jesus
go.
Christ.
Remember us.
Got to move out that camper, bro.
I was like,
That's my plan for this year.
It's like Eminem.
Yeah,
When he has a
yeah, I
little
mean,
bit
kind
of
of.
Eminem.
All right.
All
but
right,
yeah,
everyone. Thank you
we'll-
for.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I don't know if
for
we'll
having
split
us.
this in two, but
We'll figure
Who
that out.
else?
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. All
See
right.
you.
Bye.
Bye.